like that. Social Distortion doing Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. That's how we start today. Good morning.
I love a good cover.
I just told E-Rock, I'm like, get me some covers that I don't know about, because E-Rock really, really knows covers. So hopefully we'll play a few in the coming days. I want to thank Scott McDonald 3, it looks like, on Twitter for today's song. And then I go to his Twitter, and there's a quick video of some dude milking a cow, and giving a kitten a little taste. What the fuck?
Well, that's weird.
That is really strange.
Why would the cat need help being milked?
I guess the guy was just milking the cow, obviously, and then the kitten happened to be in the area, so he said, what the hell, and moved the teat his way and gave him a little squirt or two. If you want to go check it out, tweet that out. I just said it's Scott McDonald 3, the guy who came up with today's song, Social Distortion, Ring of Fire. If you go to his account, I just quickly went there to see what this guy was all about, and his first video is now you got to find it. Whatever. If you find it, tweet it out. What's going on, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm okay. Relatively sleepy today. It's a long week. I'm not sleeping, so I'm just been very tired.
Why is it a long week?
Just not, when you don't sleep one night and then the next night you don't sleep.
Yeah.
You just you're cooked for the week.
You got to pop a Benadryl every once in a while.
Yeah, I probably should have taken a melatonin to knock me out. But I've been sleeping when I go to bed. I just can't get myself into bed.
I've done the melatonin gummies from CVS.
Those are awesome. I bought them too.
They are good, right?
Yeah, because I heard Dr. Steve's show, and he was saying how he hates how we're all gummy medication and we take gummy. But he said with melatonin, it makes it go into your system better.
Oh, okay.
So it actually is the best way to take it.
But I've also heard you shouldn't mess around with any of that stuff too much, because it messes with your REM cycle or something.
I'm sure it does if you do too much.
So every once in a while you just do a little Benadryl or a little gummy, a little melatonin gummy from CVS.
When you don't take one for a while, when you take no melatonin for 3 months or a month, it's literally like taking a fucking Xanax.
It's heaven.
Oh,
it's heaven.
It gives me weird dreams though. I woke up this morning. I paused my TV last night while I was doing something.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning and I could hear voices coming from my living room.
Oh no, you're hearing voices.
I was so freaked out. I'm like,
right.
I'm like, I know that there's a rational explanation for this. Okay. I remember locking my door.
Right.
But I'm like, if I was fucking doing drugs, I can't imagine the paranoid fucking frenzy that would have set me into.
You would have been hiding
somewhere. My God, dude, something's happening in the other room. Right. I was right, the TV was on, but it really freaked me out.
Were you scared you were just hearing voices?
I had a weird moment last night. I was alone, and I'm unpacking I'm unpacking still. You know how you move, and it takes months. So I got all this, I have a nice sized closet, and I got all this I'm taking these boxing gloves out.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this alone. I'm taking this glass boxing case alone, and I'm like, what am I doing? I live in this place by myself.
Yeah.
I'm 47. I'm alone, taking a fucking display case out for what?
What?
Who am I going to show this to? No one comes here. The fuck is my life?
Oh no, you're having those moments.
Well, just like, I'm like,
but you're good alone. You're good.
I might be. I'm like, why am I not sharing this with anybody? That's what I mean. Like, why is sharing your space? It's hard to do for me.
You want a gal in your life?
Yeah, I'm not saying get married, but just somebody regular who I enjoy,
that you could show your stuff to.
Or just talk to while I'm taking it out. It's funny how I'm not missing love.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to hold somebody, but who do I show this Fraser glove to?
You know what? Most of our listeners would love to see your Fraser glove.
Yeah, maybe I'll run a tour up to my apartment.
You should do that.
New friends come by.
Just have like 10 people a day on the sidewalk. You line up, and then, okay, you're the 10 today that I'm going to show the Fraser glove to.
Yeah, I'll do it for money, but I won't keep it. It'll be like $100 donation, but it goes to, we'll pick a charity.
Yeah.
$100.
That would be wonderful.
And I'll let you take a dump in my new toilet. I got the toilet that Bob Kelly recommended.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
The bidet?
I wanted to fucking scream at Bob Kelly. Because I like the toilet, the heated seat is comfortable.
Yeah.
But the way he raved about it, I do the jet water in the asshole, and it is pleasant. Like, you do feel like you're getting cleaned out.
Doesn't it make you feel all mushy for a little while?
Very mushy.
Okay.
And it doesn't clean you as well as you. I stood up. I do the dryer option, which I hate because then it's blowing the smell of the shit water and your asshole up at you.
Sounds horrendous.
It's fucking awful. I was thinking of him while I'm having my asshole dried, and I'm smelling. You know this smell? It smells like. It's a diarrhea smell almost.
Ugh.
That was what the blower smelled like because it was hitting the water and coming up.
Oh my God!
And
did you have to adjust the water or the air?
well, I flushed first, but still, it was no. The air was okay, but
Why don't you just sit on the toilet properly, and then the cleanup isn't as bad?
well,
You make sure that asshole is completely exposed. Good morning, Mark Norman.
hi, Mark.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hell of a
I
way to
was-
walk into a radio show.
I was wide open, and
You were wide open, your
it
asshole.
was drying me off, and I stood up, and I was still damp, so I dabbed at my asshole. I get one of those new toilets that does everything for you. And
You're not old enough for this shit.
No.
Your asshole's still good.
I took a swipe of the paper,
Right.
and it was still mush all over it. I'm like, where's the cleaning part come in, Bob? What the fuck? Bob Kelly's right there. The fuck, he acted like this toilet pays your rent. Like,
Right.
He acted like this fucking toilet was everything, and it wasn't. My asshole still needed a lot of work.
It's I never got that bidet crap. It doesn't. It sounds like it would be wonderful, but like I said, I would imagine everything's just mushy down there and wet.
It was.
Well, the wet wipes are the way to go. I think.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yeah, good wet wipe was needed.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people discover the wet wipes when they started having kids. It was baby wipes, and then they realized, wait a minute, there's a whole market here. We take the baby off these wipes, so many more people will buy them.
Well, remember the first guy to tell you, hey, if you had shit on your arm, you wouldn't just dry wipe it. You'd fucking wet the towel.
Right.
And then your mind went, holy shit, you're
Yeah.
right. And then you got to get the wet wipe.
I tell you who came out with that, strippers. They're always wiping their pussies with them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Strippers always have wet wipes with them.
So they were bringing baby wipes to the clubs?
Oh, yeah. And they all have, because again, if they do
no
a lap
idea.
dance if they're sweaty,
Yeah.
those things smell kind of powdery fresh.
Yeah.
And for a stripper, that's, it's important.
Someone is
Right.
saying that your ass hair. Oh, this is too good. I got to let him say it. Hold on a minute.
He's already
Keith in Connecticut. Go ahead, Keith.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy, I don't know if you noticed yet, but you will. Your ass hair is going to grow a little bit longer because you're not wiping down there. Usually you end up grabbing a couple of those hairs with you, taking them out.
Oh. Well, I know. I still wipe. Again, I don't always shit there.
Jimmy doesn't have a lot of hair to begin with.
Yeah, my hair is my asshole looks like Charlie Brown's head.
Just a couple.
Yeah, just two plump little gifts with a little wispy hair on it occasionally.
It's like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, it's
my
really awful. Fucking chemo asshole.
Yeah, I'm good with my regular toilet and the squatty potty to get the legs up a little bit.
I threw my
And then the
squatty
baby
potty out.
wipes.
I need one because
Why?
because of moving. It was over the years. You do a little damage. You don't realize a little pee on the side. I've had mine for 10 years.
Right.
And I was embarrassed. I was like, just get a new one. It's a new life, new apartment, maybe a new girl sooner or later. No need to get the fucking same pissy.
But
Can I have your old one?
I threw it out.
it's a quick wipe down.
Yeah.
You're right, but I wanted the new life,
New life, new squatty potty.
Yeah.
That's a little. All right. Let me say hi to Chris on Long Island. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, boys, Chris the teacher, long time. Hope everybody's
Oh, what's up, Chris the teacher? I know you. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy, good. I bought that bidet that Bob Kelly recommended because he's a tech guru, apparently.
Right.
It stinks. I
Huh.
thought it was going to be great for the whole family. I thought I was going to be wiping less asses every day, and it did absolutely nothing but wet their asses down.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Plus a nice towel. I mean, a wet nap would be fine. I really do think it's going to keep. It helps clean your asshole. I feel it going right up in there. It's really getting in there.
So what's the problem?
It's just it didn't clean it out the way it should have. Like I'm a paper guy. I wipe my asshole well.
Yes, me too. I've gotten some blood before.
Yeah, me too.
That's a problem.
Yeah, 5 fingers deep.
Mark?
Yeah.
No, Mark.
Why?
Do you stick your finger in?
No.
Okay, you don't wipe your ass well.
Really?
No, I don't do that.
Oh.
But Jimmy is all about getting in there a little bit.
Well, I get those mushy dumps where it's like a soft serve spigot.
A booze dump.
Yes, and you keep wiping. It's like, when's it gonna end?
Yeah.
So you just kind of
Yeah, it really is
move
like a
on.
it's like a bad miniseries.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I describe it as wiping down, working down a crayon.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Right?
Right.
I fucked up that line, but whatever.
But, well,
you
it-
get the point.
Yeah.
It just keeps going, and the bottom line is a nice blast of water helps. It helps get things moving, and then you need
Yeah.
a wet nap.
Fuck
good-
the bidets.
A good
I'm
friend
good.
and a water pick is all you need.
But he's saying
Oh,
when
I think
yeah.
of you every time I have the mushy crayon dump.
Oh,
Every
thank
single
you.
Time.
Thank you, sir.
And you're like me, dude. You wipe a lot of butts every day. I thought this was going to like cut down my ass wiping time by at least a half, but it didn't really do the job.
My
$500.
my daughter.
Jesus.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, it was $500 the thing. And Bob Kelly, dude, it does everything for you, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to smash Bob as I stood there with my wet, not clean as it should be asshole. I wanted to fucking punch Bob in the side of his head.
The water blasts everything out of the area, and then the air's supposed to dry you up all nice.
I guess, but
how long does the air take before you feel like you're dry enough to get up off the bowl?
You get up at the back of your legs are still wet from the blast of water.
Jesus.
It's a whole thing.
Get the fuck
my
out
God.
of here.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like swimming and then trying to dry yourself by fanning yourself with a face cloth.
And the squatty potty. Can I just buy like can I use phone books? Do I need this thing?
No,
Phone books? Who the fuck has phone books in 2016?
I got a huge stack.
What else do you have at home? Put your feet up on a butter churn?
I can use a VCR.
Of course you don't need the squatty potty.
Okay.
These sons of bitches.
Yeah.
All you have to do is raise your feet off the ground a little bit, and you're good.
Squatty potty's better than phone books, though.
No,
Is it?
but look, you can
Yeah.
find any
Why?
any
You're
kind
fucking
of
a girl. You want to have her go in there and look at phone books in your...
I use an old shoe shine box. What's the difference?
anything like
Yeah.
that will work. Anything that's about I would guess just under a foot off the ground.
I can't buy something called a squatty potty. I don't know. It feels weird.
Yeah.
I got shit around the house.
But it tucks around the toilet. So
Okay.
that's what makes it kind of good because it tucks right in there. See where the that goes around the base, so you barely know it's even there.
Right.
I just feel like it's the first step toward getting old people shit.
Totally. You might as well put a bar on the wall.
Exactly. That's why I kind of don't like it.
Yeah, get that weird chair in the shower that you like say you're gonna fuck on, but you never do.
Yeah, you just sit.
Yeah, you just sit on like a hard day.
Squatty potty's better.
You ever try to pee through an old person's toilet extension?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That extra plastic.
And you don't want to move that whole thing, so you really got to aim.
Oh yeah.
Wait, all people have toilet extensions?
Oh my God!
It's like the hole is smaller, so
What is
there's
that
more
for?
ass
and it's up
support.
way higher because when they sit down, they can't get up so easily.
Right.
So this thing is literally, I don't know. I would guess 2.5 feet off the ground.
Can we see one of those? I think I've seen
It
those.
feels like a throne.
And that with the handles.
Oh, that's
on,
a bummer.
Yeah,
that's
see,
a real bummer.
That's why I don't think I got to throw my squatty potty out.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. But where you're shitting in a hole above the hole?
Yeah.
That's just a mess waiting to happen.
Oh yeah, totally.
Sure. All right, thanks, Chris, the teacher. Thanks for. Oh, I just turned off all the phones. I think.
Oh boy.
This is.
Oh wait, you're there, but I don't know how to fucking hang up now. What happened here? Holy fuck, Chris! I think you get to join the show for the rest of our day.
No, pause.
Oh my God!
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up,
Oh,
Chris?
now he gets to ask Mark something. What's up? Go ahead.
You and I share a couple of victims, my friend. That I'm proud to share one with you.
Men or women?
Women.
Oh, all right. What's the story?
You had a nice time out west with a couple of my formers.
Whoa, is that right?
Yes.
How could you know? Did you smell me?
Keep in contact.
Oh wow.
It looks like some ladies were bragging.
Give me a city.
I want to. I can't do that.
All right.
You could give a city.
A city.
Mogadishu.
I think it was out west. I think it was like Washington, somewhere in Washington.
Seems fishy, and so did she.
No.
All right. Well,
Good, my friend.
text me.
Look at this. This guy wants to brag with no details.
Yeah, I need a little more than that.
That's lame, bro.
Washington.
The
That
worst
is
is when you
lame.
give your number to a girl and then they want to call you with one of their guy friends or text. What are you doing?
Wait, what's this about?
Just the girls, sometimes you get a weird text.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend grabbed my phone. He loves you. Like, ugh.
Oh yeah, I've never had that, but
Yeah.
that is awkward. You guys were talking about asshole hair. One time I hooked up with a girl in Kentucky, and I'll never forget this cute gal, really pretty. We're at her place, and she like walked away, like crawled away from me, and I got a great butt shot. And she had this wisp of asshole hair that just totally bugged me.
One?
No, it was like 5. But it was it looked like a paintbrush coming out of her
Yeah.
ass. It was tough.
As long as that hair's not coarse, it's.
It was coarse.
Yeah,
it was
that's
like wild boar hair. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it was prominent, my friends. It was at full salute.
Yuck.
Did you still get in there and lick?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
But, I could have used it to,
You didn't need to
brush
see
off
that
something.
view.
Yeah.
She was trying to be sexy and she didn't know her fucking...
Exactly.
Yeah.
She did the sexy crawl away, and I was like, whoa.
Ah, she's a fucking ponytail of asshole hair.
yeah, exactly. That's funny. It's like an old man's ponytail.
It's just a shitty morning because we got another plane crash and it's not looking good. What I mean by that, I'm thinking terrorism. This one's very suspicious. A flight from Paris to Cairo.
Oh, wow.
Egypt Air. I believe 66 people on board. And it is missing. And they are confirming it is down. They just don't know where.
These missing planes are so weird.
Well, I think we all know what happened.
I think this one's going to be a fucking
We all know why.
terrorist act.
Well, we all know probably. We all have a rough idea of who did it, and we all have a pretty good idea of why. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope it was a mechanical issue, but there was, there was no distress call or any of that stuff. They thought there was, but there wasn't.
This type of thing gets most of the world pissed off, so I don't know how this helps your cause. I think this gets more people going, fuck this shit. We got to take care of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, is this definitely terrorism?
Yeah. Well,
Or is it-
all
the signs
signs
are pointing to it, but again, I hope it's not. I really hope it's
Everyone
not.
else is being very careful about it, but it's pretty obvious to me that this is going to be some kind of terrorism.
This is the thing where Obama will come out, or other politicians too. Don't jump to conclude. Like they just always want to tell you not to jump to conclusions. It's not a big jump.
No,
Right.
It's a mild. It's a light moonwalk.
Yeah. Moonwalk to conclusion.
It's very weird because I was watching all the big three cable networks, and they're all being, like Jimmy just said, very careful, but they're hinting like this type of plane has never had issues like this before, and blah blah blah. And not one person could jump on and say, "Look, I think this is fucking terrorism."
Well, because they want, it's got there's certain calls.
sorry.
There's certain calls you'd make to the tower if it was a problem. You'd call and go, look, we're having an issue. We're looking for. Then it's not terrorism if they're trying to land and they crash.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden you just disappear from the radar unless you're shot down.
Yeah.
You know what? That's also they may have been shot down by someone. That's also a very distinct possibility.
And they had 3 security guys on that plane, which is which is a thing they do on a regular basis now with Egypt Air. So
Yeah.
And Fox, sorry, I jumped in there for a second because Fox just did what I fucking hate. The plane crash in itself is really depressing, but then they have to add 2 infants and 1 child were on board.
Yeah.
And that's just to make it feel worse in your fucking soul.
Right.
When as a human, when you hear about a plane crash, it's bad enough.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear that. Besides this tragedy, we got to add that there were 2 babies and 1 child on board.
Right.
But what does that add to the story?
Well, stop the crying.
Except to try to bring your fucking sadness down a little bit more.
Yeah.
So strange when they do that.
Well, now, Paul, could you go back with that thing you just had?
Plane made sudden swerves before going down. All right, so that's a new
Where did it say that?
Little tidbit on CNN. Greek government plane made sudden swerves before going down.
I wonder if somebody was firing something at it.
Right. Wow. Jesus.
Oh, interesting.
How do you fucking move a plane to get out of the way of a missile?
Commercial
like
airline, yeah.
that? Right.
Because they said it didn't, it vanished over the Mediterranean Sea at 37,000 feet. And they lost contact with it, and there was no, they didn't radio for help or lose altitude.
That means it was instant.
Maybe,
That means that was an instant
it
problem.
may have just blown, maybe it may have been a bomb, a bag or something.
Right. Mm-hmm. So.
God, you just think about those screams on the plane. God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you hope you just don't know what's going on.
Ugh.
You know.
I watched this mock-up of the Flight 800. It was what do you call it? Like a computer enhancement that someone did. I don't know why they did with actors in it and everything of what it might have been like inside the plane. And they show you a bunch of different angles. And it's like, that a lot of it, I think they said originally when Flight 800 had that happen, most of the people's necks were probably broken. But it's really well done. And you get an idea of what it might be. That I don't think that's it. Is that it?
The crash of TWA Flight 800?
No, this is like a real, not an animation. Let me see. Recreation, the top one. You can't watch it. It's a half hour. But they show you what it might be like inside the plane. And it was really interesting to see, horrifying.
Yeah, God bless you for being able to watch that.
Well, I mean, again, it's just
I just would not be able to watch that shit.
they show that they make it like a little movie. It's really how does this only have 415,000 views? I guess they're trying to humanize the people a little bit.
Right.
Wait, this is a clip from
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Oh, then that's not what I'm watching. Wait.
This is the movie Airplane.
No, this is not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Unless somebody put the clip in there.
Maybe they just cut it up to look like what would happen. Because this is a plane crash in this movie.
So what? They're doing a little.
Yeah, this is all TW. Maybe somebody did that right. You said just to.
Maybe they're doing a little mashup. Try to find that. Oh, all right. Somebody just wants to make the point that it could have been mechanical just as much as terrorism. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's absolutely
fair
true.
enough. We do know that,
But they don't normally blow up because of that.
they're saying that this type of plane has not had any
This is not it.
any problems like this in the past. But
Yikes.
plane turned sharply. So what does that mean?
That's maybe a gun to the head, turn the plane.
Oh wow! Right.
I don't know.
I think it'll come out as some kind of terrorism.
Yeah.
No glaring incidents of mechanical failures.
Well, that's not it.
They're saying Trump had some tweets about this already. What is the Donald saying? What is Mr. Trump saying about this? Is he going right for terrorism? Is that computer a little slow today?
Yep, it's all the computer, sir.
We need this on a radio show. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like yet another. Wow, he went right for it. Okay, good for Trump. Looks like yet another terrorist attack. Airplane departed from Paris. When will we get tough, smart, and vigilant? Great hate and sickness. So he went right for it. He's not waiting around for any information.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to, because again, you probably should wait.
Yeah. Take it easy.
I like the fact that he kind of wants to. Sometimes he's got to realize it's not important to be the first one out there. Like I said it first,
Right.
Like that's not. We are all thinking it.
Yeah.
But when you want to be the president, you should probably make sure that's what it is before you say it.
Well, his narcissism gets in the way a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Gets in the way a little bit. I got to be first with this whole thing and jump right on it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that's my first thought.
Right.
But you should be able to at least have some, unless he knows more than we do. Maybe someone told him something that they haven't said publicly yet. But
See, Obama's too far to this way. Trump's a little too far this way. Maybe somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Start saying, I think this is terrorism, and if it is, this is blah, 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 blah.
Look, I hate the graphics they start. You look, there's a plane, like a record just spinning on Fox. Like, what is that? It's over something. It's spinning over something. What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
We don't know what happened.
A plane is involved. That's
exactly.
what we know. Yeah, that's crazy.
Teams looking for vanished Egypt Air flight. It's off the radar. So
Yeah, well, this is the same one though that was crashed on purpose. Air Egypt many years ago.
Not that many years ago.
The guy who was the Muslim
one?
pilot who crashed it.
Just dive bombed it.
Yep, and they said they could hear him doing like the death prayer. As they were going.
Jesus Christ.
For your God, you're going to take everybody else out.
Yeah.
This world is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, people are just silly.
So
Religion.
stupid.
Yeah. Well, I'm flying out tomorrow.
Does that make you a little like,
Yeah, a little.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm going to Nashville, but it's like...
Oh, right, Zany's tomorrow night.
But yeah, you're like, that airport's going to be all tense and weird, It's going to be in everybody's mind.
No, I won't.
You don't think?
Nah, it's overseas.
All right, great. I'll get there a little later then.
This guy, let me say hi to Marshall in Wisconsin. Go ahead, Marshall.
Hey, good morning.
Is that your name or your job? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Dave.
It's a little bit of both. Jimmy, love you, dude. But when are you going to quit apologizing for Trump like he's, the uncle that's diddling kids or saying shitty stuff at Thanksgiving?
I just said that he probably should wait for the information.
No, I understand that, but I mean, this is just one of like many things. Anytime anything comes out about Trump, like you're apologizing for me, and I totally respect your view, and I get where you're coming at about how he's different and stuff. It's just, when is it enough, and when do you stop apologizing for him?
It's not apologizing for him. To be honest with you, it's not even apologizing for him. But I don't. He's no different than any of them in that way. They all say things that are irritating. But what do you talk about? As opposed to who doesn't do that stuff? Like,
well, they are all schmucks. You're 100% right, and I totally agree with you.
You just don't like Trump's politics. I get it. It's fine. But anything I say that's going to be defensive of him, you're going to probably naturally just kind of go back and fight against.
Not necessarily. It's just, I've given up apologizing for Hillary Clinton. I don't even really like her, and I don't even really like Bernie Sanders either. But championing that guy, and when half the things you have to say about him are justifying kind of the weird and outside and naive things he says, it's kind of like, is that really who we want to champion,
Yeah, but I understand that. But to me, the reason I do want to champion him is because one of the reasons he does say more stuff that is like, oof, why did he say that? Is because he is not as trained in talking in sound bites as the rest of them are. That's not been his world for the last 15 years. His world for the last 15 years has been a guy who says what he wants to say. You know what I mean? And I guess it holds a higher level of responsibility when you're running for office. And so that's a habit he's got to be broken of, or he's got to retrain himself a little bit. But that's why it doesn't bother me as much when he does it.
Sure. So let's say it comes out mechanical failure, and now he's got to walk that back. Big deal. It's fine. No big deal. But now, 2 years down the road, he does some knee-jerk reaction and gets us into an armed conflict because he didn't wait around for the information. That's kind of dangerous.
I don't see him being able to get us into an armed conflict from a knee-jerk reaction. I know what you mean, though. He'll have to back up and say, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Sure. You want somebody who's going to be empathetic and admit when they're wrong. None of them admit when they're wrong. But yeah, you're right. If it comes out that this was mechanical failure and it was something like Flight 800 that was just freakish thing and the plane just blew up, then he's going to have to come back and go, you know what? I was wrong. And not spin it and not just stick with what he said. One of his problems, where he is exactly like the rest of them, is he will not backtrack ever. And that's a hateable quality in all those guys. But that ties into me with the megalomania that all of them fucking have. They're all such narcissistic fucks that none of them can give any type of bait or any type of fodder to the other side, so they never admit when they're wrong. So yeah, but you're right. If it's not terrorism, he absolutely had better say I was 100% wrong.
Well, and if it is, you should turn him over and fuck him where the shit comes out. All right, I gotta go, Jim.
All right, buddy. Big kiss.
You guys worked it out in the end. I like that.
I get why people don't. I get why people don't like Trump, and he does say stuff sometimes. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
There's no way he would apologize, though.
No, you don't have to apologize, but just say you were wrong.
Look,
that's what I mean. There's no way he would say that.
There's a lot of us that think it's refreshing that Trump just speaks his mind. But if you're going to speak your mind like Trump, you are going to get some of these outrageous tweets and things that he comes out with.
Yeah. So same with a comic. Any comic that's more honest is going to get more backlash.
But when I hear these other politicians, all of them that came and went, as soon as you saw them on TV, there was no reason to watch them because you knew they weren't going to say anything.
Yeah,
they were just going to talk in sound bites, and they were going to talk very carefully.
Right. Those fat cats in Washington are going to...
the muckety mucks.
At the end of the day...
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Hooray for me, the hell with you.
Right.
His grandmother would say.
This guy should shut the fuck up. Trump is right.
And we don't know if he's right. That's the problem.
This will help Trump if it is terrorism. That's true.
Well, that's where he's just doing it based in self-interest.
Yeah.
These are all the phone calls coming in right now that we don't have time for. Plane that size can't make sharp turns like that, so that's probably when it blew up.
Oh.
I'm tired of pussy listeners bitching and moaning about Trump. Jimsy's checking in from D.C. It was murder.
Yeah. It was no accident, Sam. It was murder. There was gasoline on his fingernails. And a prayer book. That's all I have on question.
I like it. And then... how exactly is a bidet hygienic is coming in as well.
How is it not?
It cleans your asshole off and the water shoots it and cleans it.
Yeah, but the water isn't aware, so you're going to be missing some spots down there.
But there's an option to go backward and forward too. Like it should have just said, if in parentheses, cunt. Like if you want to clean the two holes out, but I just keep it in the one area. And I actually jostle my asshole around on it. It's like,
of course.
It's like a good water gun.
Does it hit the balls?
Oh, if you wanted to, you could just back up a quarter inch, move forward. I just relax and my asshole open and shoom, right up in there. Right up in there.
Have you thought about getting a colonic?
I've gotten one many years ago. I got a couple.
I'm so curious about these things.
I've heard. I heard it's all bullshit.
I don't know.
I've heard it clears you out. It's all nice, and then other people say it's kind of a waste of time. That your system pretty much keeps you all nice and clean to begin with.
I heard there's a screen you can see things going by, like an old tricycle, like all the shit inside you is going through like a twister.
Supposedly there's muck on the walls. In
Yeah.
there, but then other people say that's bullshit. Maybe we get Dr. Steve on.
Yeah, but think about all the shit you've eaten over the years.
Most of it comes out because they do I got a colonoscopy not long ago. It was just to start out that way. We were laughing and whatever. And, but they get in there, they can see the walls and they can see everything. I think they help once in a while. A colonic. Nice to blast you out, but don't get used to it because then it starts to fuck with your bowels. Because it's making you shit and it's like stimulating you falsely, like enemas. You don't want to do too much; they're addicting.
Yeah,
I would imagine a good clean out every once in a while would make you feel good temporarily.
You drop a little weight, you thin out, maybe.
But I don't know the benefits. Over the years, like I said, I've heard different things about it.
Would you get one? I've gotten, I think, 2 or 3 over all the years.
It's weird.
Yeah, I guess I would.
But I would do it.
I guess I would honestly, maybe for the goof more than anything. And then come in and talk about it.
Yeah, right. They did one on Jackass, and it was pretty fun.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, if it was something that they really felt helped your health, then yeah, I probably would do that.
Sure, I bet you would just feel like it's getting a
lighter.
Yeah, like an oil change.
Feel nice and light.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, you shit water out.
That's fun.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's good though. You feel clean.
Oh my God.
You feel good and clean.
Oh my God. So we got the plane crash. That's the big news today, and info's coming in as we do the show right now. Oh, Dr. Steve, we got him? Okay.
Oh, hey.
Let's quickly. Dr. Steve.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, Doc.
We're talking colonics. Now, I'll tell you, over the years, I've heard good things and bad things. Not bad things, but I've heard, that some of this shit is bullshit.
Yeah, so to speak. Here's the thing. If you're constipated, an enema is a good thing.
Right.
You've tried everything else. But doing a routine, quote-unquote, clean-out because there's 7 years of leathery accretions, adherent to the bowel wall is just complete and utter horse shit.
It is.
So, anyone who's ever done a colonoscopy or has ever seen one knows that's a lie. And I did my last colonoscopy. Of course, I did it without anesthesia because I just wanted to go to work afterward. And
did it hurt?
I did the prep. Huh?
Did it hurt? You got it done with no anesthesia?
Yeah. It hurt a little bit. Well, at one point, they got the colonoscopy tube stuck right next to my liver.
Hey.
And so the guy said, "Hey, this is really going to hurt really bad." And he just started shoving the tube up my ass. I could feel it like coiling up in my colon, and just to get some back pressure. And then all of a sudden, it released. And the pain went to about an 11. But that was
what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Well, when it was over, I'll tell you why. Because when it was over, I just pulled up my drawers and farted out a bunch of carbon dioxide and just went to work. And I didn't have to take 2 days off because of the anesthesia and all that stuff.
I think the story is a little different. I think your doctor looked at your asshole and said, "This kid doesn't need anesthesia, man. Look at the fucking opening we got here to work with, boys."
Absolutely.
Real dilated.
Yeah.
Why waste anesthesia on this kid? He's a professional.
This guy's sitting on fire hydrants.
Right.
So shit. But anyway.
Yeah, all right.
But okay, so I'm I'll finish. So I was doing the prep, right? And when I was doing the prep, you shit a bunch of times, and it's watery diarrhea, and there were no leathery concretions that were being shit out during that. And then the last time that I sat down on the pot, I felt like I had filled the bowl up. If I had bent over, I could have hit a wall 20 feet behind me with what was coming out of my ass. It was coming out with such force.
Right.
And when I stood up and looked in the bowl, it was as clear as a mountain stream. You could have drunk what was coming out of my
Interesting.
ass.
You probably could have phrased that in a less revolting way.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just clear as a baby's eye fluid. You could have kissed it and prayed to the Lord.
You could have drank it. Get out of here.
Clear as a mountain stream.
Right.
There's pebbles and a guppy in it.
My asshole's a Brita.
Salmon going upstream.
So you don't even need a once in a while to get one. They don't do anything for you.
I would imagine that day you probably feel pretty good about yourself. But that's what I've heard over the years. As far as long-term health, you don't need that shit.
Right. Well, people will say, well, it's, this autotoxicity where we have to clean out these toxins. That's what the bowel is for, is to separate, the bacteria in our shit from our bloodstream. And it does a very good job of that.
All right, listen, I got to let you go. Bill Burr's on the line.
Thank you, Doctor Steve.
Yeah, really. We're not going to continue with this when I have Bill Burr on the line. Do you understand that?
Okay.
I don't know.
He gets all
Bill might enjoy that.
Oh, you want Bill? All right, yeah. Hold on, Dr. Steve. Bill Burr, how are you, sir?
That guy's a doctor?
Yeah. He's still on the line, too.
Yeah, it separates the bacteria from the shit.
Yeah.
Yes. We were talking about colonics. Colonics came up on the show, and I said I've heard conflicting info over the years, and I've heard generally that it's kind of bullshit. You don't really need that for overall health. It might make you feel good for the day, but that's about it. And then Dr. Steve sort of backed me up on that.
Yeah, it will make you feel better that day.
Right. Bill?
Thank you for your nice text, Bill. I woke up to a nice text message from Bill Burr.
Ooh, what did he say?
Oh, yeah. I saw him. There was a picture of him with Weird Al, and he's like, he's in top shape. Jimmy, like 3 years in a row. I need his willpower.
It was a nice text to wake up to.
Oh, nice.
So thank you.
Yeah, Jimmy's looking wonderful.
Oh, guys.
Hey, Bill, did you see the Bill Burr puppet video yet?
No, I did. Stanhope told me they were making it, so I heard it was hilarious. But I don't want to know what my ticks are.
It was this guy.
Everybody enjoy it. When I called you, it's because I'm in fucking Nashville, standing outside of a Waffle House with no hotel room.
Why?
24 years in the fucking business. I thought I left these days behind.
Why don't you?
My fucking people, they go, hey.
Yeah.
Nashville's like all sold out. Would it be so? We get the hotel you're supposed to be staying at doesn't have a room for you because I was taking the red eye for when you land. So check in at this other hotel, stay there till noon, check out, and then check into the other one at 3. The dude's like, "Is that cool?" And I just want to be like, "Do you travel?
Yeah.
Do you ever travel? Is this how you like to travel? Do you like to do that? Land at 5 and fucking check in one place, leave." Long story short, I fucking get there at like 5:30 in the morning, and of course, we have no record of you, sir.
Oh my God!
I got no nothing. All my fucking representatives are asleep in L.A., and I'm in a fucking Waffle House. And I got about another 9 hours.
Oh my God!
Oh God! I don't mean to laugh,
4
but
years in the business. You think you've got to a certain point where these stories are over.
yeah. You
I
think
got to dig back into the vault to come up with one. No, I'm living one right now.
just imagine all the material that you're going to get from this, Bill.
Tragedy plus. It's tragedy plus time.
Hey, Dr. Steve's still on the line. You're close to Nashville. Why don't you get Bill Burr over to your joint?
Come on over.
Oh, that was
welcome to Tennessee.
Some creepy doctor's house.
Hey, while we have you on the line, do you have a question for the good doctor? He'll answer any question. You got anything growing on your body or any type of rashes or anything?
No, I'm all good.
You're good?
I'm all good. Yeah.
All right. No weird.
Bill doesn't remember. He was in studio when we did the piss tasting experiment to determine whether doctors could tell
Diabetes.
whether somebody was diabetic from tasting their urine.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. What was that about again? If it's a little sweet, you have diabetes, right?
Well, that's why That's why it's called diabetes mellitus, because diabetes means siphon and mellitus means, tastes like honey. And so back in the day, doctors would actually taste the urine to make the diagnosis.
I like that Dr. Steve is trying to redeem himself now because he said that stuff about asshole walls and shit, right. And now he's saying words like mellitus to balance out this.
Right, he's trying to sound like a doctor now.
Yeah, but I'm still talking about drinking piss.
That is true.
Really not that.
I forgot. Didn't one of you guys try the urine that day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one of my minions at the time do it because I wasn't going to do it.
Right.
And yeah, you were a genius because just by looking at the urine, you could tell which person pissed each one.
Yeah, I nailed it. I nailed it that day.
Yeah, you fucking did nail it.
Hey.
It was amazing. But anyway.
Yeah, Bill, you need a Club Soda Kenny to advance your travel dates. He makes no mistakes when he advances the dates.
This hasn't happened. I can't remember the last time this happened, but I was coming here 2 months ago, and somehow this ended up happening. But I had to get out of the Waffle House. It's just the fucking people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. It's like Mel's.
There's nothing like a Tennessee Waffle House.
Dr. Steve just stepped all over that punch.
Just trampling all over. What were you saying, Bill?
I guess shorts are back in.
Oh, really?
I saw like the third jogger go by with the Larry Bird ones, like his butt cheek hanging out the back. Dude, I never thought those would come back. I thought once you covered up your nut bag, everybody still makes fun of the ones from the 80s, but they're gradually creeping back up.
I don't know how you wear the shorts. It'll never creep back up in the NBA. They will not allow that to happen. But we're looking at the Larry Bird shorts right now online. How the fuck did they play basketball that way?
I thought when when baggy jeans came in, I was like, no one's ever going to go back to the tight jeans.
Yeah.
Hugging your fucking balls. And now, I don't know. You got to have like hipster jeans. Everybody says you have on dad jeans.
Right.
Like I don't know. I don't need my balls all snuggled up like that.
Oh, the skinny jeans. Yeah, those are quite popular. I wore them, and I think Keith beat me out of those. I walked in with like some snug fitting contemporary jeans, and Keith attacked me, and I said, "Well, no more for those. Not at the cellar."
Yeah.
Were they
the worst is the skinny jeans, and then they're still hanging off the ass.
Yes.
I'm officially old when I saw that. Like, why can't you just pull up your fucking pants? And I love. Then they get into fights on YouTube, and like a grown man's got like his whole ass is hanging out as he's rolling around the floor in a fucking Waffle House. Everybody's screaming "World Star!"
World Star hip hop.
Well, the shorts can't get
this country.
Yeah,
the shorts can't get too short because everyone wears boxer briefs now, and they would hang out the bottom. Back in the day, I think everybody wore tighty whities, right?
Oh, absolutely. But I don't know why we thought short shorts were okay. We just Google imaged that, and Larry Bird obviously came up, and other people. I swear to God that in the NBA, you could almost see their butt cheeks.
Really?
That's how. Look how short these things were.
Well, you needed the tighty whities so your unit wouldn't come out.
Right.
Look how ridiculous these shorts were back in the day.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
The Cavaliers are undefeated throughout the playoffs.
I know that. I mean, are we looking at the first?
Everybody's talking about the Warriors.
I like how the Warriors play, though. But it would be a great story if LeBron James brought that championship back to Cleveland for the first time in 50 years, 50 some odd years.
I don't think they've ever won. The Cavaliers have never won.
No, not the Cavaliers. I'm just, in general, they haven't had a championship in that city in like 50 years since Jim Brown, 64.
64, maybe, yeah.
1964. There's a great 30 for 30 on Cleveland sports and how they've been suffering for a real long time. Mm-hmm. I think it's called Believe Land or something like that. Huh?
They don't suffer out there.
They don't suffer in Cleveland?
Yeah, nobody knows how to talk shit in the Midwest. Is anybody chanting 1964 at them the way they used to chant 1918 at Red Sox fans? People in New York know how to talk shit. You know what I mean? People in Boston know how. Philly, they know how. You get out in the Midwest, they're just like why isn't anybody chanting the year the Cubs last won it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because their biggest rivalry is St. Louis, and they're just nice people there.
Yeah.
They're just wonderful people. Well,
when they're not having race riots.
Too early.
they're chanting Cleveland is wait till next year or something like that.
Cleveland rocks.
And Cleveland rocks. There you go.
Didn't the Warriors? Didn't they lose their first game?
Yeah, but then they came back last night and
I
just
missed that
fucking
one.
crushed it. They destroyed them in game 2. So
Yeah.
it's going to be the Warriors and the Cavaliers in the finals again. And then it'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah.
It's not. You'll have fun.
What, Dr. Steve?
Steve's whispering to a patient.
Who are you
Sorry.
whispering to?
He's talking to his cock.
My wife.
Wake up, you fucking...
Please get up.
Yeah.
Please.
You're embarrassing me.
My fucking penis is dead. Fucking woo woo.
Bye.
All right.
No, she's leaving.
You want to leave, Dr. Steve? You good?
No. She was. I mean, yeah, I'm as useful, and I'll go fuck myself.
I have to explain to Bill Burr.
That's what you want in your doctor, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go fuck myself.
When we have a question about medical issues, we call Dr. Steve immediately, and we usually wake him up, and then that's just fun because he's only been awake for like seconds when he's on the radio with us. Mm-hmm. So,
Another guy running by with short shorts.
there you go. Welcome to Tennessee.
Spot. I'm waiting for a cab. Dude, I was sitting next to this fat fuck on the plane, right?
yeah.
He must have downed like 9, Coke and Jack and Cokes, right? Just kept stepping over me to go to the bathroom. Dude, he was going to the bathroom, an airplane bathroom, just wearing his socks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yuck.
I've done that. There's always piss on the floor.
I have too. You got to straddle. I actually have.
There's pee all over those bathrooms.
Always
Hey,
on
hang
the
on.
plane.
This might be my cab or hopefully a hotel. I got to go.
All right, Bill.
Hey, guys.
See you, buddy.
Take it easy.
Bill calling us outside a Waffle House in Nashville, Tennessee.
I say Bill handled that rather well, considering that's a very inconvenient thing.
Yeah. Nothing worry. When you get off that plane, just want to get in that hotel room, and when it's not ready, it is a bummer.
So what do? Just lay around in the lobby?
Lay around the lobby, go to Waffle House, go to Starbucks, stick around, kill time.
Yeah,
Right.
we try to get early check-ins. It's not always possible.
All right, here's the deal. I just I've been told Michael Madsen is on his way up, so we should break.
Quick break.
Here. There's a whole fucking omelet station set up outside the
Oh,
studio.
now we're talking.
What the fuck's that about? I see Hard Rock Johnny out there. I guess Roland was hungry. Roland and his excuse is why all of a sudden we need an omelet station. I love it. God, Roland rules.
Hey, it's Thursday.
Yeah, that's probably the excuse. It's Thursday. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, we got Mark Norman again today. He's going to be at Zany's tomorrow night in Nashville. You might run into Bill Burr. He's down there as well.
Hopefully he's in a better mood.
And then Conan on Monday and Comedy Mix in Vancouver on May 26th and through the 28th. So next weekend in Vancouver.
Yes, sir.
And Jimmy's adding dates to his tour very, very soon.
Yeah, there may be pre-sale tickets available. I'm not sure. Just go JimNorton.com for the dates, but there's no links up yet. Go to Ticketmaster and look up the city you want, because I think I saw for Atlanta and a bunch of places there might be some pre-sale tickets today at 10 a.m.
Okay.
This was all done very last minute because I wanted more dates on the tour. So I'm coming out to L.A. next Thursday, and I'm going out to Vegas, the Mirage, next Friday.
Nice. Dr. Steve?
Thank you, Steve.
Take care, boys.
Well, how
Have a
about
good week.
how about you plug Weird Medicine real fast?
Oh, yeah, shit. I got a fucking show on Saturday.
All right. Good enough.
This guy's so defeating.
I know.
Fuck me.
All right, we're going to eat omelets, and we're going to talk to Michael Madsen next. Yes, we're back. The omelets smell freaking good outside that studio.
Yeah.
And we got Michael Madsen making his way in. Also, Mark Norman in studio.
Hey.
You know, we get a lot of food guys here.
There he is. Michael Madsen.
Here.
Whatever one you like.
Sir. All right.
You want an omelet, sir?
Multiple choice. I saw that they're making them out there. That was really funny.
You think that's funny?
You guys got your own chef out there?
Yeah. It's the Hard Rock Cafe. We know one of the guys, and I didn't even know they were setting up an omelet station. But if you want some food, well, you look like you're
man, go
in
to
fucking
Carnegie.
good shape, though, sir.
Oh, well, thank you for noticing. I purposely wore this shirt so...
Yeah, it shows you off nicely.
Show off my physique, you know.
He's fucking flexing.
I'm ready, man. The big, fat, bloated Michael Madsen is history.
You look all right.
You look thinner. Definitely.
I am, yeah. I've been swimming a lot.
That's how you getting the weight off? Swimming.
Pumping weights, yeah.
Right.
What's the hardest food for you? What's the hardest food for you not to eat?
Wolf urine.
It looks good.
What's in that? Is it just Gatorade?
Is this it?
What's in that?
Does this work?
Yeah.
No, it's wolf urine.
Okay.
It's vitamin C, man.
It's vitamin C. Oh, it's yeah.
You're off mic. You gotta be on mic.
Yeah.
What happened to your buddy?
He left us a couple years
Anthony
ago.
got fired. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but what did he do? What happened? What did he say?
Racial tirade.
He got an incident in Times Square with
Did he really?
a black woman. He took a photo, and she was probably drunk, and they argued. He was probably drunk, and he tweeted some unpleasant things.
Oh.
And she hit him, and he didn't hit her back.
Well, you shouldn't have hit women.
Yeah, and he didn't.
Well,
Sometimes you want to, though, right, Mike?
every day.
Every day.
Can't live with him, can't hit him.
Every day.
You married?
I love my wife.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. She's outside the studio.
Oh, okay.
You know what? My wife is the most beautiful woman I think I have ever seen in my life. And there's all these actresses nowadays who think they're so got it, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I look at her and I go, wow. They don't even know what beauty is. I mean, they can't touch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a
looker.
She's a lovely lady.
I just saw her.
You guys been together a while, too.
20 years, a little over 20 years. Yeah. You have to ask her. I know it's around there.
How'd you meet her?
Oh, well.
Oh, no.
It was in a gay bar.
Glory hole.
No, I wouldn't go that far. In fact, if you say that again, I'm going to smack you.
Oh, nothing would make me happier than if you smack Mark Norman.
Let me finish my omelet.
No, you can finish eating.
Okay.
She moved in across the street from my best friend.
Oh, wow.
And, he was watching her from the kitchen window, apparently, enjoying himself, let's say, in the window. He asked me to come by and meet her because she was attractive, and I went to his house to see her. And after she left, I said, buddy, you better forget it because I'm taking that. So
stop enjoying yourself.
That was the end, yeah.
He was actually enjoying himself?
No, I was just joking.
Okay. You never
She
know.
kept washing her car, apparently.
Oh, that's hot.
You know, it's like those music videos where the
Yes.
girl's washing the car and eating the cheeseburger.
Yes.
I think it was kind of like that in his mind.
So you just walked up to her and said hello? That's pretty ballsy.
No. He invited her over.
Oh, okay.
She came in and
He knew you guys would be a match.
no, he made a mistake that day because if he had any chance in the world, it was over as soon as I saw her. But
I see.
He wanted to bring you over maybe to help conversation go or whatever
think,
reason.
Yeah, well, me and him were kind of tomcatting around, and I think that he wanted that to go on. And I don't know if he ever got over that, but
Did you lose the friendship?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
We should
okay.
change the subject, though.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that happens
That's
sometimes.
pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, those weird little moments that
And
all of a
then-
sudden we won. Instead of going straight, it forks left
Right.
and right, and that's the end.
And then fast forward, you've been together 20 years. You're in love. You got kids.
We got 6 boys between
Yeah.
us, yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
6
it's quite
boys.
quite a tribe, yeah.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen you in a few years. How old are the kids now?
My oldest is 28, my stepson, and then 25, 21, 22, 17, and 10.
Wow.
Your dad wanted you to be a firefighter?
You know, my father was a firefighter 30 years, and I think he kind of wanted me to do that. But I tried to be an ambulance attendant. I went to school to be a paramedic because I thought that was the closest thing to a firefighter. But I didn't. I did a lot of jobs. I was a pipe fitter. I did a lot of landscaping work, auto mechanic. My big hero was Richard Petty. You know, I really wanted to do that. I thought that I was going to drive cars, but had a big wreck in a 68 Roadrunner and kind of ended that whole thing.
Why no ambulance? When you were doing the paramedic stuff, did you not like it, or was it too bloody, or just too depressing?
No, I didn't mind that part of it. I thought it was kind of exciting. You know, to help or save people. I thought that was a good idea. But there was a buddy of mine that was in school with me who was an actor, and he asked me to go with him to an audition, and I did. And when we were leaving, they said to me, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Well, I'm, not here for that." But the guy encouraged me to read, much to the chagrin of my buddy. But
your friends really hooked you up.
I know. I just got wow, man.
It's got to suck to be Michael Madsen's friend.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow.
You're getting the girls, you're getting the acting jobs.
He just looked at me like you asshole. Why are they talking to you? And I'm like, well, I didn't get it then. I mean, I do now, but
hey. I want to go back a second. So you had this big crash. You wanted to be Richard Petty, and then what happened? You just got scared of driving at that point?
Well, if you want to race cars, you need money, and you need a backer and all that. And I just realized that it wasn't something I was going to be able to do. Financially, it wasn't going to pan out.
Gotcha.
But I still love cars. I enjoy them enormously. Back in the days of Richard Petty, I think it was different. It was so incredibly dangerous in a glorious kind of a way. There's a beautiful documentary I just saw the other day about him and his family and the guy who built the Speedway. It was a wonderful time, the race days of the old. I'd like to do a movie about that.
What's the name of the documentary for the people out there? Do you remember?
It was about Richard Petty. Okay. Oh, no, it was about Bill France. It was about the guy who built the Speedway.
Oh, okay.
Why do you like Richard Petty? What attracts somebody for a team? You grow up in the team, whether you're local. What makes someone like a particular racer?
Well, he was the best. He was really courageous and colorful. There he is. Look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be. Like he's the Marlon Brando of racing, there always has to be one guy who's cut above everybody else, and he was, he just embodied the sport. Somebody like that can create a sport just all by themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like their name becomes associated with it more than any other.
I could still get away with playing him, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're getting at.
Mustache.
How cool would that role be?
Yeah, wow.
You would like that?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that would be quite a journey.
Is he a Southern guy?
Huh?
He's a Southern guy, no?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
So you'd have to play Southern, but
you got to perm out the hair a little bit.
Yeah,
got to perm out the hair a little bit. You got to grow a mustache.
Got that hat. Yeah,
you'd have to walk around with the mustache during filming. You all right with that?
Yeah, no, I would love that. I'd like to do character stuff. It would be great.
Great job in The Hateful Eight, by the way.
I was about to say that same fucking thing, man. So you were amazing in The Hateful Eight.
Well, thank you very much. It's Quentin is a genius, and I'd work for him anytime. I kind of thought we were finished. I mean, I thought we had a pretty good run, and I was really astounded that he called me out of the blue. But he's one of a kind. That guy. He's a great writer. Very, very creative cat.
Yeah.
And was that your first Western?
No, I did a picture called Renegade that was originally called Blueberry. It was a French Western. Yeah.
It's good?
I'm good.
That's exactly what I was telling these guys before you came in. I'm like, even in bad movies, Michael Madsen is always good. Always good.
I had a good horse.
Why did you do that movie? I remember the classic appearance on our show where we went on his IMDb and he went down all his movies and explained why he did certain films. Mm-hmm. Like he owed money or this and that.
Oh, cool.
He was the first guy, to be honest, that, sometimes you do take a movie because, you got some things you got to kind of take care of.
Sure.
Like Six Boys.
Six kids.
Right. Like Six Boys, right.
I I have a good lifestyle, and I want to keep it that way. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you do a picture that you don't necessarily want to do, and people don't understand that, that you're held accountable for it. And it's not fair, because it's a job just like any other job, basically. I'm a bricklayer,
Can you tell a movie's bad while you're making it?
Honestly, You can tell in about 2.5 seconds.
Really?
When you walk on the set, you can. I mean, at least me, I know right away.
What's an
the
indicator?
First 10 minutes of being on the set, whether it's going to be good or not. There's a certain kind of an attitude and a certain kind of vibe in the air, and you know, if there's a lack of trucks, that's really a bad sign.
Right. Yeah.
Has a couple of red flyer wagons.
Yeah, there's a fucking
wait
police tape in a
second,
Buick.
man.
You're like,
Yeah.
this sucks.
Where's all the stuff? You know?
Yeah.
And they give you that look like, well, we're artists, and you go, okay. So am I, man. You know, it's troubling. Yeah.
And the reason I asked about the Hateful Eight is because you said your dad was happy you did a Western and like and didn't like think acting was masculine. It's amazing how like a lot of people find acting to be like an odd professional choice.
Well, you know, my dad was very, very classically, you know, blue collar America. I mean, I could tell you stories about him that are very, very funny, but you can't really tell those stories because everybody takes it the wrong way.
Right.
Nobody sees the humor of it anymore. And it's not to degrade the wrongness of the situation or of the story, but it's a time now where we got to start laughing at some things sometimes, and it's okay to laugh at something sometimes if it's taken the right way. But everybody's after each other with, you know, this political correctness stuff, and it's really kind of sad because everybody's up each other's ass with, you know, oh, did you hear what he said? And oh, what did he do? And I just, it's sad.
That's why Quentin's got to be so much fun to work for, right? Because of the dialogue you get to say.
Well, yeah, then there's that. Yeah. And then there's that. Yeah, boy. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, dead nigger storage.
Good morning. Good morning, Sam. Hi, I love you. It's,
Then there's that.
Then there's that. Yeah. It's, you know, the funny thing I would say is that, and it's hard for anybody to understand it, but that kind of language, when it becomes so prevalent that everybody's saying it all day, every day, it kind of loses its power. And it loses its power to hurt people. And it loses its power to have an effect in a negative way. And I think there's something there in that, you know, that if you just kill it, you know, then it can't fuck with anybody anymore. And that's kind of what happens when you're in one of his films, and everybody kind of just suddenly realizes, wow, you know, we're all the same here. Mm-hmm. We're all in the same boat. We're all trying to do the same thing. And everybody got really, really close on that picture. Much more than Dogs or Kill Bill or anything else I did with him. We really became like a giant family. It was really, really interesting.
Was it because you were in such small quarters, too? I mean, so much of it was shot in that one room.
Almost one set.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we started in Colorado and in Telluride. And we did all the exteriors there and in the snow. And that was a big, big, big set. I mean, there were a lot of trucks. Okay. That was the most vehicles I've ever seen, in fact. It was a huge production. And all the stuff outside, we were there for a long time before we actually got inside the cabin. And once we were in there, there was only so much you could do in the cold out there in the cabin. And then we came back to L.A., and we did all the interiors on the stage. And that got really claustrophobic. And it was freezing cold. Quentin put these great big fucking meat freezers on the stage, okay? So, and they ran 24 hours. So the soundstage was literally cold enough to hang meat. Okay?
Wow.
Why did they do that? He wanted it to feel authentic or no sweating or what was this?
Yeah, he wanted to torture everyone. You know, he thought it was funny. You know, he had a big parka on and a cup of coffee, you know. And all of us were freezing to death, and he thought it was hysterical.
Did he have a nice big coat on?
Yeah.
He did, right?
Yeah, of course.
For real?
Yeah.
That's
big
hilarious.
Parka.
That's great.
He had this huge parka on, and the rest of us were, you know. I had electric socks and electric shirt, and it was all battery powered, you know, which was great. But even that, you know, the batteries don't last forever. And when you start getting cold like that every day, you kind of get used to it. And people would go outside to get warm, which was funny.
Right.
Wow.
But he kept it that way all the time. And it was like 30 degrees or even colder sometimes, mostly. Because he wanted to see your breath, right?
Sure.
To not CGI it. And he wanted everybody to be cold, not to have to act cold. Which I love that. 'Cause
It makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm a method actor, I suppose. So it worked for me.
I want to get back to your dad a little bit with
Yeah.
these stories because
We're not PC. We can take
we're not
it.
because
You're in the right room.
I would go to the VF.
That's Quentin.
I would go to the VFW hall with my dad when he was alive there, Michael. And and they were all, war guys.
Yeah.
And they would just sit around and just shit on each other.
Yeah.
Shit on each other for being black, Polish, Irish. It didn't matter. And everyone was just laughing their asses off. And they all took turns being the guy that just, threw the lines around and the jokes.
Yeah, I guess there was a time and place for that. Once upon a time. I guess it all didn't work out in the end. But, my dad was a hardworking guy. He believed in the American ideal of working for a living, and most of his buddies were cops. And so I always had cops in the house, and they were a funny bunch, 30 years he did that.
Wow.
He took me with him a couple times, and I'd spend the night in the bunkhouse. And I think that was the beginning of my insomnia problems, because, hearing like 20 guys snoring all night.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid, man, and I just was like, oh my God, Dad, I'm going to die. I don't want to die here. But sometimes, the alarm would go off in the middle of the night. And, they slide the pole. And he actually, one night, he picked me up in his arm, and he went across the floor. They put their shoes next to the bed with their pants over the shoes. So all you got to do is put your feet in and pull your pants up. And he ran over and he picked me up and he slid the pole with me in his arm.
Wow.
That's like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. It only happened once, but wow, it was like, I don't think he even thought about it. He just did it. And he threw me in the cab. He drove the engine. He drove engine 129 at 81st and Ashland. And I would go with him to the fire. And he wouldn't let me get out of the truck until it was out. But I could sit there and I could watch them. And they had a methodology about how they put out a fire. And then he would take me inside the building after it was done, so I could see the destruction. And I saw some pretty gnarly things, like horrible things.
In what way? Just everyone's possessions just burnt?
Yeah, I remember there was a dining room table that he showed me, and all the place settings were melted.
Right.
Wow.
And the fire hadn't even gone in that room. It was just the heat from the other rooms. It just melted these place settings, like right where they were, the cup and the plate. And once there was a guy, they couldn't find him, and they found him, and he was in the corner of a room, and a drape had come down over him. And so, because he was bent over, it looked like a table. And then when they pulled the drape off, his fingertips were actually in the wall. And he had just barbecued, and he was just, my father used to call him crispy critters. And not a crispy critter over here, And they took him off the wall and laid him down. And when he laid down, he burst open. And it was like,
Did you see? You saw this as a kid, or
Yeah. He put his hand over my face
a little bit,
trying to pull me back. But
how old are we talking about?
I was probably 8, 9, maybe.
So you probably sounded like this when you were like 10.
From all the smoke and the fire.
Yeah,
I burned
exactly.
a lot of smoke when I was a kid.
It's amazing to be able to see your.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
Crispy critters. You got to have that sense of humor when
Yeah.
you're dealing with when you're pulling, I guess, dead bodies out of a place.
Cops will tell you there's a lot of humor when they come upon these horrific scenes. They throw the jokes around just to get through what's going on. They're just human in the end.
I think you got to have a sense of humor.
Right. And we're talking Chicago, right? That's where you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool to see your dad like that. My dad stocked vending machines, so it's a little shittier than looking at a fire truck and seeing your dad save the day.
Yeah, sure. I've seen him come out of a window backwards carrying little kids.
Wow, that's amazing.
And the hook and ladder. And
Yeah, I've seen my dad fill up Fritos.
Yeah, it's true. What do you think his dad snacked on? Your dad's stuff. So it all works out.
so they all work together.
So he's a hero.
He would. He never really took any credit for stuff. He would do all these heroic things, and he never really got Nobody gave him any medals or anything. You know, he just seemed to think, well, that's what I do. He had a buddy that would pretend to be Santa Claus every year, Nick Esposito, and he would come over and dress as Santa Claus. But I knew it was Nick, you know. And he fell asleep one night at Christmas Eve, and he was still down there in the morning. His beard was hanging down, and he had taken his teeth out, and it was like, oh, no, God, no, there is no Santa.
How'd you know it was Nick?
Oh, you know, the outfit was so bad.
And Nick had a few. He couldn't make it home.
Nick had quite a few.
Make it home.
He never made it home yet. I snuck downstairs in the morning before I was supposed to, and there he was.
Oh, the magic was over.
It was done. You know,
It was done at that
It was over. It was a horrible way to realize
blew it.
there is no fucking Santa. It's Nick. You know, it's just drunk Nick.
Nick had one lousy job. All he had to do was get out of the house.
Just get out by 3 a.m. Nick.
Before a young Michael Madsen woke up.
That was the same year I gave my mom her old stuff.
Yeah.
For Christmas. You know, what am I going to get for Mom? And I went in her closet, and I was looking through her things, and I found this purse, and I was convinced that she forgot she had it. And I wrapped it up, you know, and I put it under the tree.
That makes sense.
I look at her face when she saw it. She said, oh, Michael, it's so nice. Thank you, son. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Yeah, well, you know, I picked that up, you know, downtown.
How old were you?
I was like 7.
All right. Okay.
That makes
31.
sense.
Yeah. Late teens.
That makes sense.
It was very funny.
And so your dad was blue collar, and your mom was kind of into the arts, I guess, right?
Yeah, my mom was self-taught, you know. She read every book you can imagine, and she was a great writer. She introduced me to Hemingway and Lauren Isley. And
Is your dad okay with that?
no. No, he didn't quite get it. They had these two forces, you know.
That's right.
I had the artist and the macho man, and I was stuck in the middle there, you know. It's he did that.
But I think that's a good combination.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
I think that's a great combination.
Well, it worked out, you know. It's
A little Hemingway and also fighting fires.
yeah.
That's a good childhood.
Good mix.
It was colorful.
mix.
It was very colorful.
Did they like your movies?
All my buddies are dead.
Wow.
How did I make it? I don't know. No, so seriously, Phil Tyke was a friend of mine. He was killed in a motorboat in Lake Michigan. Ben Rooney was killed hitchhiking across America. He was going to beat Jack Kerouac. And
Killed how? By accident or by a
didn't work
murder?
out that way. He got into a truck, him and his girlfriend hitchhiking, and they got hit head on by another truck. The driver fell asleep, apparently.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, my buddy Mark Miller, he was shot in the head, sleeping on a couch, and
For what? By a jealous husband or?
well, he had did a couple. He had been in jail, and he was in a halfway house, and somebody clipped him on the couch. And I don't really know why. Nobody ever found out who it was. But he was my best friend, my best buddy. We did a lot of really horrible things, and criminality, juvenile things. Jeff, was it not Johnny Knowles, I think. Yeah, he became a firefighter, and he actually fell through a floor, and the ceiling collapsed on him. And I heard that there were Dobermans on the first floor of the house, and he couldn't get out. And so that was it for him.
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs trapped him upstairs, and the house was burning and collapsed on him.
Jesus. Good Lord.
Such a pleasure. It's such a nice conversation. You know, can I say hi to Jackson?
You can do whatever you want.
What are the
You're
bedtime?
already doing whatever you want.
What are the bedtime stories like at home?
You guys know Jackson Bull? He works here, or he did work
Jackson
here.
Bull, what does he do?
He worked for the station. He's my wife. Is he right fucking there? Is that him?
Bring him in. What does he do for
Jackson,
Sirius
do
Do you work
XM?
in EW?
Get in here, you jerk off. Come on.
Yeah, what does he do at Sirius XM?
I don't know. Let him tell you. I don't know. He's my wife's good friend's son.
So what was the last thing you did before you decided, all right, I'm going to fucking like live on the street and like, oh, there you are.
There he is.
Hey.
Sit down, you fool. Say good morning.
What do you do here? I've seen you around.
I work for Outlaw Country.
Sure,
and
okay.
Underground Garage.
2 great stations.
Yes.
2 really good
And
stations.
Oh, you got the head. It's in the front of you.
And how do you know Michael Madsen?
We go way back.
I remember him when he was just a kid. Him and his brother Jackson, they were like little
Yeah.
tiny boys. Yeah, his father was Sandy Bow, great musician, and friends with my wife before I met her. And I knew these guys when they're just little kids who'd come around my house. And now look at him, he's like...
Yeah, I'm taller than him.
Yeah, he's big. Yeah, him and his brother are like monsters.
Did Michael tell you great stories when you were a child?
I tried, man. I tried to tell you stuff, but he would just stare at me.
Oh, really?
I was really interested.
Sure.
I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you though. So you and your friends would get in a lot of trouble. Do you remember the last thing that you guys did that was really bad before you decided, all right, I got to move on and do something different here? I love this. I love the smile that goes to your face. Because I would love to know what this guy's really thinking.
It's just wrong, you know. We just like robbed we stole cars, and we used to
hardcore.
Put them in my mom's garage, and we would just, you know, take out the radiators and the drums and the alternators and the. We did a lot of Plymouth, a lot of Dodge and Plymouth stuff because it's all interchangeable, you know. And we would get all, you know, the brakes, the master cylinder, the seats, you know, and we'd sell it, you know. And then sometimes we'd take the car and paint it. I had a compressor, and we'd paint the car a different color. And my mother had no idea what was going on. She thought we were craftsmen.
Just hardworking boys in the garage.
Yeah, we were just busy out there. Hey, come on, hey, Mom.
She's baking cookies and getting a lemonade.
Would you make us some fucking cookies, please? Because we're really hungry.
As they're chopping up cars.
Yeah, running a fucking chop shop in the garage.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're like, I was very entrepreneurial, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you would wind up in jail if you didn't act?
Yeah. No, I did that too, and I think I learned my lesson. You know, jail's not a good place. It's horrifying.
How long were you there?
You know, I did not long enough to qualify as a convict, but it was not. You know, it's sooner or later you got to change your mind about stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got very lucky, you know, to be an actor, but I did so many things before that. I wasn't like some overnight success. I wasn't like somebody up there likes me, that's for sure. But it was a long journey. I mean, I didn't start making pictures till I was in my, you know, almost 30. So I went to War Games, I think I was like 28. So it wasn't, I'm glad that I did that. I mean, I'm glad I worked when I was younger because I learned a work ethic. You know, I learned that you have to make your way through life, and it's not a free pass, you know.
Do you think certain guys don't have that?
I think that a lot of these kids, you see them become really super famous overnight from one movie, and then you got to watch 10 more that they're in that are horrible, right. You know, and then they just disappear into oblivion, you know, and then they hang themselves in a motel, or, you know, you see them on some rehab show. It's really kind of, Hollywood is a desperate place, you know, and I think it creates that sort of desperation, and young people get eaten alive if they don't have some kind of core base to go from.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like LA's a scary place to me. LA's a place that if you're not doing well, it can be really horrifying.
It's very lonely, yeah. You better have a family to back you up. It can be a pretty lonely place.
It's fun to check out, but I can't imagine actually living there.
Kinda
You moved out, right?
I tried.
Oh, you tried?
I tried to
and
escape.
They keep bringing you back.
They bring me back in just when I thought it was over. I tried to escape to New Mexico. I went to Santa Fe when I was doing Wyatt Earp, and I didn't really want to go back, but I just bought a house in Italy.
Nice.
And hopefully I'll, you know, get struck by lightning at 97 years of age, and my stupid body can roll down the stairs, and, you know, I would have escaped, you know, Hollywood. It's a nice little spot. And I have a house in Montana. So
I think that's what you were talking about last time you were here. I knew you were out of Hollywood a little bit.
Yeah, my kids are there, and so I kind of have to be there for them, but I don't love it.
You like just getting away and just doing something else.
My wife hates when I say bad things about L.A. She's, what the fuck is she?
You want her to come in too?
No, Jesus Christ.
She sat behind you last time.
Did she?
She was very nice, very lovely.
We should call my house and see if my son went to school today. Can
We
do that?
could do that. We could do that. Give us a number.
Yeah, give me a pen. I'm not going to say it on the air, but
Yeah, you definitely want to see him.
We certainly could do that.
he's 10 years old, and it's just so funny if he cut school while I was here.
Is this bringing you back?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
There you go.
We should give this to.
Hey, as they give the number, someone is saying that. Did you work with Michael Jackson?
I did a video with him called "Rock My World." It was Michael and Marlon Brando.
Damn.
Do we remember this? Probably.
I don't remember that,
If
no.
we saw it, we probably would go, oh, that.
I don't.
I'm a hoodlum, and I break a bottle on the bar, and I
Right.
threaten Mike with the bottle, and
But Marlon Brando and Michael Jackson.
yeah, I met Marlon actually because I was good friends with his son Christian. Me and Christian hung out in the '90s. You know, did a lot of drugs, a lot of bad things, and Christian was a fascinating guy. I really miss him.
Yeah.
He passed away from pneumonia a couple of years ago.
Wow.
It was hard being Marlon's son, you know. I've known the sons of a lot of very well-known actors, and it's a tough gig.
I met his other son. I forget his name, but I don't know him at all. I met him briefly. Just he looks like a younger version of Brando. He like the full lips and
Christian?
no, he's the other son now. I met him very recently.
Of Marlon.
I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, we were introduced very
Was
briefly.
it Miko?
Yes, I think so. He works for Motorhead.
Miko used to work for Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably him. He's in the music business.
Yeah, Miko's a big cat, man.
Yeah, he's a big
He's a
dude.
big dude, right?
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Look
right
at
there.
that.
Yep, that's him. what was Brando like when you met him?
Beefcake.
Marlon was a very generous man, but he did not like Hollywood. He didn't like that whole thing, and which is part of his charm, I suppose. He called me an asshole one time.
Oh, that's cool. Why?
Yeah, the very first time I met him. Well, me and Christian were hanging out. It was New Year's Eve, and it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. We decided to try to play a joke on Marlon. We got this great big boa constrictor, and we were going to put it on the floor and freak him out. And he was calling to speak to Christian, and he's like, "Listen, let's talk to my son." And I said, and Christian's like this, because he didn't want to pick up the phone because he was super high, and. I said, "No, man, it's your dad, it's your fucking dad, you got to pick up the phone, man." And he's like, no. And so I said, "Listen, Marlon, he's not here." They put my son on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, he's yelling at me. So I said, okay. And I said, "Christian, pick up the fucking phone, man." And so he picks up the phone, and I'm listening to be, polite, just to know the line was picked up. And Marlon's like, "Who's that asshole on the phone?" And I was like, "Oh, great. I just met Marlon Brando. He called me an asshole."
That's all right.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. How was Michael Jackson?
Michael was really, I kind of felt bad for him. He was so fragile, I mean, he seemed like a really gentle person. But he seemed really, really fragile and really kind of overprotected. I rubbed his belly for some reason. When I know it was like a friendly thing. I was like, "Hey, man," it was like it was a guy thing.
Yeah.
And the people around him, holy shit, they fucking touch Michael, holy fuck, they went crazy, man. And I was like, "Hey, man, come on, man." And he just seemed very, very nervous and very shy.
Did it bother him when you touched his belly or no?
No. In fact,
Yeah.
I think he kind of was like, he liked it. He was like, "Oh, cool." I felt like I was putting him at ease in a certain way.
Right.
He looked like a guy that just needed a good hug.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
just
what I was trying to do.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Hug it out a little bit with Michael.
Yeah, I mean, he introduced me to his children, and I instantly knew they were not his children. But as soon as that music came on, man, he was like, hit it.
He was on.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was really incredible.
And for the record, when Michael just rubbed my stomach, I tightened up. Really empathetic.
I felt that. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
You have to when somebody rubs your belly.
But you're more confident. You're a bit more confident, though.
Oh, no, I'm very insecure. I wouldn't have tightened up. If I was confident, I would have like that.
You wanted him to feel some abs.
Yeah,
you
just
wanted
like-
him to feel some tightness.
At least know it was a male, not a fucking pregnant, thin female.
Not a jellyfish.
It's a guy thing.
Yeah.
We should
cool.
mention the new movie before we run out of time with you. I don't know how long you could stay. We'd love to have you
You guys got a great job, man.
Yeah, we just sit around and fuck around.
Yeah, no. Every time I come to New York, I should come in here, man, because I love it.
I say that to you every time, and then 2 years go by and we finally get you again. I love
fly
when
me
you come
over
on.
here, man.
Whoa. He's got the connection. Your pal here.
Bring me over. Put me in a hotel. Let's call my son and see if he went to school today.
Travis, you try to call the son or not?
They got the number in there, so
Yeah.
what's going on?
There was no answer.
Man.
He's still sleeping.
Does that mean he went to school?
Play the answering machine. Now.
There's no number on it, is there?
That's my wife's voice on the answering machine. Let's listen to Deanna. She's so funny.
We would have to do that on the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, do it on the air.
Okay.
Wait, what's your wife saying in there?
What are you saying?
If we keep calling,
If we keep calling.
yeah, they'll think there's a tragedy, so they'll answer.
Your wife suggested we keep calling so we fake them into thinking there's a tragedy.
Yeah.
So they pick up.
So let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's pretend there is a tragedy.
How many kids are at home right now as you guys are in New York?
2 boys are there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna call and you just pick it up, okay?
All right,
So
yeah.
if you want to hear the answering machine.
You're sure your number's not on? If
the
it
number's
is,
not
I'll-
on there, I can dump it out.
No,
All right, we'll
it's
figure it
not
out.
it's
Hang
not
on.
there, no.
All right, we're gonna try this.
So we're just assuming he's skipping school.
He's very clever.
No, it's in L.A. It's only
Oh, that's right.
5:37. He wouldn't be at school this hour.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think
I
about
forgot about the LA tax.
Fucking military
that. Oh, my
academy.
God, this is horrifying. No, I didn't realize.
Oh, I gotta wake him up then.
Yeah, it's 5:40 in the morning, basically.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
LA.
no.
Well, let's tell him somebody died.
All right, we'll try this one time. We're
See if I
waiting
can
for
wake
it.
him up. Maybe he's sleeping on the couch.
Anything, Trav? Oh, there it is. All right, we got to just wait for it to. For him to put it on hold, and then I can pick it up here.
Oh, the dogs are going to start barking.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, the dogs are... Yeah, well...
All right, here. Let's.
We have a pit bull.
Here we go. It's going to start ringing. There it is.
God, I hope you have music on your answering machine.
No, there's not. I should. My dad's voice is still on his machine, and he's not even alive anymore. It's entertaining. It's so weird.
It's all I want to do.
And Michael Madsen on the show. Let's call his house.
Yeah.
Hi, leave a message for the Madsen.
Hey, Luke, it's your dad. It's time to get up.
Hey, Michael, it's Jim. I'm sitting next to you. I need acting work.
Son, it's your dad. I know it's early, but we're on the radio. Okay.
All right.
You better go to school today, buddy. Even though I know you won't. I love you, son. Thanks, guys. That was cool.
All right. There you go.
I'm sorry, I left a stupid comment while he's leaving a loving message. Oh, God, I hope you make it back alive. That'd be tragic if that was the last thing he heard.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then Jimmy pops in.
The last message.
Yeah.
Jimmy looking for acting.
Yeah, he's leaving. I'm figuring you'll hear this when you get back, and he's going to hear this message. Who's this asshole next to you, Dad?
My dad's message machine, he says, he says, you've reached, and he says the number, and he says, leave a message and the reason for the call. And I'm like, Dad, you got to change that, man, because it's the same fucking thing.
Of course.
A message is the reason for the call,
Right.
So, shut up, I don't know what the hell you're talking about,
My dad died about 12 years ago, and I had his cell phone number for a while. And I would call it just to hear his voice every once in a while when I'm feeling a little low.
Sure.
And then one time I called the fucking number, and it was like some Hispanic lady that barely spoke English. I'm like, these sons of bitches fucking...
Hey.
They fucking recycle these numbers pretty quick.
A lot of
circle
people
of life.
leave their loved one's voice on the machine even after they die.
Well, because it was a cell number, eventually that went away, and they just recycled it back in.
Yeah.
That was a depressing day.
Life goes on.
Deanna, why don't you bring your beautiful ass in here?
Oh.
Come on, sweetie.
He's talking to Travis.
Jennifer Lopez has nothing on my wife, man.
Bring her in. Hey, we should talk about the new movie a little bit. It's called Back in the Day, in select theaters and video on demand tomorrow.
You're very good in it.
Well, I like the premise, and it was a really character part for me. I understand those guys. I met John Gotti. I met John Jr. at the screening. That was pretty cool. there's not too many actors who know what that is. And I like the story, and it was a good role. I have to see it more than once. I can't. When I watch a picture I'm in, I got to see it a couple times before I can really have an opinion about it.
You were very good in it. Very good in it.
Oh, thanks, man.
And you got a lot of heavy hitters in this thing. Alec Baldwin.
Oh, wow.
Who else was in it?
Danny Glover.
Annabella.
How do you say her last? I can never say her
I
last
always
name.
mess up her last name.
Sciorra?
That's close.
I'm going to go Danny Glover, Shannon Doherty, and Mike Tyson has a cameo at the end of the movie.
Yeah, no, there's some good people in there. It's interesting.
It's a boxing film.
It's a little melodramatic for me at times, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a good picture, and a lot of people really gave their best, to make it. And I'm a terrible judge of films that I've been in, but it's everybody seemed to enjoy it.
Are you happy to see yourself on film, or are you like just being ultra critical when you watch yourself?
I'm really very critical. Yeah, I always, I look at it, why did I tilt my head that way, or why did I sit down that way, or how come I said that like that? I mean, I never really crucify myself, It's like even something as far back as Reservoir Dogs. I mean, when I see that picture, all I remember is that my fucking pants were too tight, and I had those black cowboy boots on because everybody was supposed to show up with black dress shoes. And I didn't have any black dress shoes, man, But I had those freaking boots, and so I put them on. Then they ended up having the razor in the boot. Mm-hmm. But I remember stuff like that. Like I had a T-shirt on under my shirt, and I didn't do that because it's so bunchy in the waist. And my pants were too fucking tight. And the pants didn't match the jacket, and...
No one would think any of this.
No, you were carrying a severed ear and dancing.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers your shoes.
Yeah, that.
See, look at my waistline. See, it's like...
Yeah, but I mean,
God.
But look at the
It's totally
posture.
uncomfortable.
No one would look good look
at that.
in that pose.
Well, it's I think the only thing I got from wardrobe was the tie.
You were ridiculous in that movie.
Well, it's also
so
a blousy.
damn good.
It's a blousy sleeve too, so it works. The
Right.
bottom being blousy, it all works.
Oh, it's a good silhouette. It's cool. That's a good picture, yeah.
So they decided to keep the cowboy boots in the movie. What Quentin just said, this works instead of going out and getting your shoes.
Well, he didn't realize I had them on until it was already established on film.
Oh, okay.
And then when I had to whip out the razor, it just seemed like a normal thing to put in the boot, right?
Sure.
That's why my foot goes up on the table, and it's the first time you see the damn thing. But that razor that I used in that scene is the exact same razor that Uma Thurman has when she's buried alive. In Kill Bill, it's the same one.
Hey.
The very same one.
I would think you would steal that prop.
I steal a lot of stuff.
You should have stole that.
But that's one thing I didn't get. And
did you try?
When I went to the premiere of Kill Bill after the picture,
Yeah.
Quentin said, "Did you see it?" And I go, "See what?" And he goes, "Come on, Michael." And I didn't know what he was talking about. And finally he goes, "The razor. Michael, it's the same one." I was, "Oh, man. Hey, why didn't you tell me?" And he goes, "I was wanting you to ask me." But,
If it was a Plymouth part, you would have stolen it.
I had the soda in my hand because I went to Taco Bell with that cop in my trunk.
Right.
Because he wanted to know what it was like to be in the trunk.
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, well then get in." And he got in the trunk, but I decided to go for a drive with him in there. Because I didn't know what it was like to have a cop in my trunk, so it became a mutual actor's experience, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that I was going to do it.
That's great.
And he was not happy when I was driving down the alley and big potholes. He was back there. And but I went to Taco Bell, and on the way back, because I had gone down a one-way street, and when I got back to the set, I was leaning on that pole for a focus, and I had the soda in my hand. He goes, "Where do you get that soda?" And I said, "I went to Taco Bell, man." And he goes, "Oh, it's pretty cool. Let's keep it in the movie."
Right.
So that's why I have that soda.
Isn't that cool how that stuff
love
just
that.
works out?
Love that shit.
You would assume that someone thought about that way ahead of time.
Yeah, it was a big character decision by the director.
Right,
It's like,
but-
no, I was hungry and I had another actor in the trunk. I stopped off and got some food.
Yeah, I had an hour to kill, and I came back with this.
Get a Bel Grande.
What kind of props have you stolen there, or let's say taken from the set over the years?
I got a pistol, the holster. I got the whole outfit. It was mine to start out with.
Right.
But now it's, I think I got the bloody shirt. I had like 5 squibs on me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I got some good stuff. I got my baseball uniform from the Natural.
Ooh, wow. That's a good one.
I got my stuff from The Getaway. Alec Baldwin gave me a gun. And I have my shirt.
Do you and Alec Baldwin have like a voice off?
Well, Alec likes to have the last word in conversation. He's very good at that.
He's very good at that. That's a polite way to say it.
Alec's a good cat, man. He's a good man. I know all the Baldwins, all the brothers, and I've worked with every single one of them. They're really, really, really a decent bunch of guys. I love them. They've been very kind to me, and they're good gentlemen. They had a good father. I know that. They all talk about their dad.
Did you stay friendly with Chris Penn? You guys were close in Reservoir Dogs. Did you?
I to this day have a really hard time thinking about Chris. It makes me so sad. I miss him so much. He was a wonderful, wonderful guy. He was a tough son of a gun, and he died way too early, and it made me so sad. I cried for days and days. I was a pallbearer at his funeral, actually, and he was one of those guys who would, if you got in trouble and he was there, he'd back you up. I mean, they don't make people like that anymore. I mean, he was just a wonderful guy, man. We had so much fun together. We were bad news together. But we broke into a liquor store one time. I can say this now because
I can say this now.
We dropped in through the ceiling. Wow. Of a bar liquor store, and because the goddamn thing was closed, right? And we were just stupid. And once we got in there, we couldn't get out. Because, we had a lot of stuff that we were going to take with us. We couldn't get out because the doors were, I don't know what the hell was going on with the doors. We couldn't get out.
Maybe a gate or something.
It was locked from, I don't know how it was locked. I never did figure that out, but we couldn't get out. So we had to put chairs on the bar. We made a tower of chairs to climb up to get back out through the roof.
God,
before or after Reservoir Dogs?
After.
Oh, my Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's surveillance of that
really
somewhere.
Funny. It was very funny. No, actually there isn't, because I don't know. If there was, it would have been brought to the forefront.
Sure, somebody would have found that by now.
Yeah.
After Reservoir Dogs.
That's amazing.
I can accept that story before, not so much after.
And what was Joe Tierney like? He was
he was kind of an asshole.
Was he?
Well, he was a big man, and he was, like Quentin told us, don't let Lawrence drink. Okay?
Oh, Lawrence, sorry.
Don't give Lawrence a drink. And so the first thing we did, naturally, was take him out for drinks. And, we went to Musso and Frank's, and he got a great big tumbler of vodka and grapefruit juice, and we were all watching him like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Me and Tim Roth. And what's he gonna do? What's Lawrence gonna do? Every day he would ask me for $20. Give me $20. Give me $20, kid. Give me $20. And I'd say, hey, fuck no, man. I just gave you $20 yesterday. Give me $20. And I'd say, okay, man. And I'd give him $20. And he took a big swing at me one time. He just missed me by about that much.
For what?
I don't know. Just put this big roundhouse punch at me, and I just leaned back and he missed me.
He only gave him a 10.
He told me once, I saw him at the athletic club, and he says, hey, Madsen, I got some lawn furniture. You want this lawn furniture? And I was like, no, man, I really don't. He goes, no, it's good stuff. It's a little rusty, but it's good stuff. You take this lawn furniture. I was like, no, Lawrence, I really don't want it, man. It's all stacked up. It's ready to go. And I said, no, I don't really need that. A couple days later, I run into Chris Penn, and he says to me, why the fuck did you tell Lawrence to give me that lawn furniture?
He told me to give it to you.
I told Chris that I told him to give it to him.
That's great.
He drove over with a truck and dumped it in Chris's front yard.
What, they just not? Some people just don't want to throw stuff out?
Madsen says to give this to you. And I was like,
why did you just throw it out?
I don't know.
He probably couldn't.
One of those
couldn't do
guys,
it, right?
Yeah.
And Musso and Frank's, basically, he disappeared. We gave him a couple drinks, and then he disappeared. We couldn't find him. And then we heard all these cars honking on the street outside the restaurant. I went up to the front. I looked out the window. Lawrence was standing in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard with his fucking pants down and just standing there like the Incredible Hulk. And all these cars were just stopped and honking and going around him. And the really weird thing was that he was standing in a puddle. The only puddle that was near him or around him. So it was the most bizarre the guy ever
He
saw.
decided to take a leak in the middle of the
No,
street.
it was just a water pump from the rain or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And he
Okay.
was just standing there in his fucking underwear with his pants down around his ankles. And we were like, Lawrence, what the fuck are you doing, man? He's like, oh, you assholes, shouldn't let me drink. And we're like,
Oh, it's your fault.
okay, man,
Oh, they did warn you.
No, they tried to warn us.
Yeah.
He just decided to pull his pants down in the middle of the street?
Yeah, he did stuff like that. I mean, it was very unexplainable. I don't know why.
That's great. Listen, they're saying you could stay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Because
What else you gonna do?
we got to take a little break, and then we got Cheech Marin coming in, and I you know him.
I do.
So
Matter of fact, I do, yeah.
So why don't we take a quick break? We'll continue with Michael Madsen and Cheech Marin. I think Mark, you got to leave, huh?
I got to leave at half
You got a
hour.
little time.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
got a
all right,
little time.
good. All right, you got Zanies on Friday in Nashville, Conan on Monday, and then the Comedy Mix in Vancouver next weekend.
Yes, sir.
And Jimmy's got dates that are being added to his tour.
I'll be in L.A. Next Thursday at the Novo Theater, and then the Mirage on Friday. And Michael's movie, too, we should plug what's the name of the film again?
Back in the Day.
Back in the Day.
We
And
both
where can
saw
people
it.
see it? Is it in theaters, or is it on demand, or both?
I saw it at the AMC, so I guess it's theatrical.
Okay.
It's a little of everything. It's on demand and it's in some theaters.
Yeah,
So
Alec Baldwin. There's a really good, and he said Dan Glover. It's a really good cast. And you're great in it.
Tyson called in a couple days ago to talk about it a little bit.
I like
so
Mike. Mike is a good cat.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he put me in a headlock when I met him.
He's
Did he?
awesome.
Michael Madsen.
Yeah.
Michael Madsen.
Was it a headlock you
Hey,
could have
man.
easily broken out of?
It was like a vice.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like a cement, like around my head, and he thought it was funny.
Right. All right. A quick break. We continue with Michael Madsen, and Cheech Marin joins us next. Stay there. Got a nice full room here. Mark Norman, Michael Madsen, and I forgot your name.
Adam Pelly.
Oh, Adam. No, you switched out. Sorry. I didn't even see that, Adam. There was someone else sitting in your seat a minute ago.
That's okay.
Adam Pally, and of course, Cheech Marin has also joined us. What's going on, Cheech?
I'm just rousing into consciousness.
I don't know.
Is that mic on?
Now we got it. Now we got all the mics on.
I can see, man.
And you and Michael Madsen know each other, right?
We do. We went to a reform school together.
Yeah, they booted us both out.
Yeah. We were too bad for reform school.
Yeah, we burned you burned the gymnasium down.
I did burn the
That was him that did
I didn't mean to, but,
I gave him the gasoline and the matches.
Wait a minute. Are you guys bullshitting? You really knew each other in reform school?
well, it was like a reform school.
Yeah,
It was a bar.
Back in the day.
In the olden
Well, I
days.
told you me and Chris broke in the place.
Yeah, the bar/liquor store.
That was his place.
That was my place.
Wait, what?
I don't know what's going on.
Were we just at reform school?
I'm having a fever dream. This is like a fever dream. I have no idea.
Me too.
I didn't even realize you snuck in. I was just assuming I was still talking to the other guy. Where did he go?
I didn't sneak in. I was told to come sit
No,
here.
it's all good. It's all good.
And now
are you?
Who are you, man? I mean, you're like a ghost for real. Like
I'm lapsing into consciousness here.
I know. The same here. I think.
How did you guys meet for real? You and Cheech for real?
In Malibu?
Yeah, we both live in Malibu. We just run
both
into each
live in
other.
Malibu.
And I think, did we do a movie together?
Yeah, maybe.
We've probably been in the same
That's
film
real
or
fame
something.
right there. Did we do a movie together?
Yeah.
Well, no, because we work with the same people, Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, and I maybe we overlapped in one movie.
Okay.
Somewhere. Did you get killed? I always get killed. Do you get killed?
I get killed a lot.
I told Robert Rodriguez, you kill me every movie, and as soon as you kill me, your movie's over, dude. So,
they always
kill me
wait,
later.
They wait till the end to bump me off.
That's nice.
You're an end kill. I just moved up to end kill.
Yeah,
nice.
When I get a script now, I go, where is it? How long do I have to be there? And do I get killed? Those are my first three questions, yeah.
Well, do you want to get killed, or do you not want to get killed?
No, I don't, man. I especially lately, I don't want to be that guy. Steven Seagal is dying to kill me. He begs me, please let me throw you out the window. Please let me beat the shit out of you at the end of the film. And I'm not going to do it.
Oh, that's nothing. I got crucified in the last one.
What was that?
Desperado 3 or Machete 2 or 1 from one of those.
I know Danny really good. Danny, yeah, Machete himself. I was in Rome with him, and he had a hat that said Machete on it, and I was like, Danny, man, you don't need the fucking hat, right? Everybody knows who you are, man. You know, I got to keep it going, bro. I'm like, it is going.
You ever see his whole tattoo, the one that takes up his whole chest?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's the chick on the excellent tamale wrapper.
Really?
That's the only thing they had in prison, man. The guy drew. Oh,
I heard a story about him that he started getting that tattoo in prison by like a cellmate.
Yeah.
And then the cellmate got transferred and it was half done. So for like 2 years he walked around with like half a woman's face on his chest.
Sure.
And then he got transferred to another jail and he became the cellmate with that guy again, and so the guy could finish it.
It's
like
God's
2 years
will.
later. Yeah, he needed to have that on his chest.
Danny really needs that. Yeah.
Wow, that's
He's such a mild-looking gentleman. He needs a big tattoo.
I started working right when he got out of jail, man, and he didn't know how to operate on the outside, and he would I'd open the door and there'd be Danny in the morning standing in the hall.
Yeah,
hey, bro, that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
He's the sweetest guy in the world.
He really is. He's a very gentle man.
He wasn't a violent criminal. He was just
white collar,
needy,
white collar,
no,
hedge fund stuff.
He was just needy.
How long was he in for?
7, 8 years.
Yeah, it was a while.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't happen from anything else than just not crossing your eyes.
Yeah,
and dotting your
exactly.
T's.
Yeah.
How's Chong doing?
Chong is good. Good. I saw him. We've been touring again, so I
good.
just saw him. Where were we? We were in Hawaii.
He was in here talking about his cancer and how he was going to cure it with marijuana. How's that going?
Good luck on that.
Yeah. Well, we were a little nervous when he said that. Like, are you sure about this?
I think he went to traditional medicine at the end, but he kind of managed the pain with marijuana.
Right.
As he always has.
I've seen you a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever met him, though.
No.
You know?
He lives in another part of town.
Everybody thinks you guys are all constantly together, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, where's your buddy? Where's John?
Wasn't my turn to watch him. I don't know.
I left him on the bus.
No, he's doing good. He's having his 78th birthday next week.
78.
Wow.
78.
He's 78 years old.
He's older than dirt, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And still touring and doing gigs.
Uh-huh.
You guys enjoying it, or is it just like you?
No, actually, we're enjoying this part of it. I don't know why, but it's cool. We just did a week in Hawaii. It was cool because we did 3 dates: Maui, Honolulu, and Kona. But we had days off in between, so we could play golf and hang out, and so that was good.
Are you combining like new bits with old bits, or is it mostly classics?
A lot of classics, but not new stuff. A lot of music from our vast catalog that we've never done on stage before. So we play and sing, and
Hawaii must be great. I love Hawaii.
It was great.
Kauai, buddy. That's the spot, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I love it. It was good. It was good. We played golf one day. It rained the whole time. The whole time. Didn't stop for...
Golfing in the rain.
Yeah.
But it's Hawaii. That's a nice warm rain.
But I thought he was going to die, man.
Oh, really?
I halfway through say, Tommy, I want a coat? Oh, you have one? Yeah. I carry these in. I gave him a coat, and it kind of saved his life.
You were doing a gig there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I've never done a gig in Hawaii. I'd like to go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's the best.
Let's go tomorrow.
I did a Roger Corman picture in Kauai.
Really?
Yeah, it was called Piranaconda.
The Piranaconda. I like that.
Were you in that?
No, I might have been. Did I die in that?
I did. Yeah.
Not too many people live in Piranaconda.
I made a deal that I wouldn't be killed in it, and then they put a different actor. They put my hat on him and did a wide shot of him falling in the water, getting eaten by the Piranaconda.
Really?
Because I wouldn't do it. Because they promised me I wouldn't get killed.
Oh, and then they fucked you.
Wow.
Then they fucked you in the end.
Yeah.
Roger Corman, yeah. My son is still fascinated that I'm alive because he saw the movie. He just stares at me like, Dad, how did you get out of this inside of that snake?
And you tell them, well, a Piranaconda is not actually a snake. It's a mix between a piranha fish and a snake.
It's a giant anaconda with a piranha head.
And
the head sank in the river. They did this great big giant fiberglass piranha head. And the guys were swimming in the river with it to make it come up out of the water.
Oh, really?
But nobody really stop to think about the fact that there's a current in the river, and it was super deep, and they just dropped the damn thing, and it's sank. They never even found it. They couldn't even recover.
And they didn't have like Piranaconda 2 there, you know?
No, but they did Cobra Gator.
And those are two words that don't go together as easily.
Yeah.
That's a real staccato.
It's also Sharknado later.
I'm in Cobra Gator, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Sharknado, guys.
Sharknado.
I mean, yeah, those movies
Flying
did very
sharks.
well.
Yeah.
Who thought up that shit?
I know.
Flying fucking sharks going into jetliners.
Yeah.
And then we fucking watched.
Yeah, it's like at one point though it becomes a stretch. It's hard to believe.
You think? Just that one, but right at the end. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the most bizarre combination of animals. Like, right, one of these, a monkey zebra or something, or
Hey, why don't you like dying in movies? Is it one of those things? Do you have superstition about it? Or
Well, you're over. I mean, that's the end of
That means you got to go home.
Man.
But
Yeah.
end kill. You just taught me a term, end kill. I guess that's the guy who's like important in the film and can't die early.
Not necessarily. I kept telling Robert Rodriguez, he says, you're killing me too early, man. Your audience is going to get up and walk out. And so he says, I'll kill you at the end. So he did. He crucified me. That was terrible. But I thought he'd learn something from it. He didn't learn the thing I wanted him to learn from it. He goes, I learned how to introduce a new character halfway through. It wasn't about me getting killed in the end. It was about him introducing a character.
Yeah, no, he put me in Sin City.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it was good. But Bruce Willis can't remember a single line of dialogue and saved his life. But
really,
yeah,
I got to shoot Bruce, which was cool.
I heard a story about Bruce. I heard Bruce is a tough energy. I did a movie with him, but he didn't show up for those days.
Really?
Yeah, and we just waited.
So officially, you didn't do a movie with him.
I didn't. I mean, we're in the same movie, but
you wanted to be.
Yeah. But my scenes were just moved down.
How many different ways have you been killed? I've been electrocuted and drowned and shot.
I've been shot. I've been sworded. I got a sword through me.
Yeah, I've been sworded by backhand.
And then crucified. Crucified was actually pretty cool.
Crucified is good, man. I can't say that I've been crucified.
They don't happen a lot, these days. It wasn't a period movie, man.
Yeah. Were you playing Christ?
I was playing a priest. I played Danny Trejo's brother, Machete's brother, who's actually a priest. And we shot that the preview years before. It was a part of another movie, and then the internet crowd liked it so much they kept it alive. They go, we want to see a Machete. It was a preview.
Yeah, Machete was originally just supposed to be a preview of a bad movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't it part of Drive?
It was in
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse. Yeah,
it was in between two movies.
It was a make-believe trailer, and then someone said, this would be a cool movie.
We shot it in the parking lot, and they used that in the eventual movie.
Were you tied to the cross or nailed to it?
I nailed. Yeah,
wow.
I mean, not in real life.
Brutal.
They use stunt nails or whatever those are.
Of course, yeah.
Well, of course.
It is a movie, after all.
Lord.
I think you're being a pussy.
You can think all you want, man. I can get nailed to a cross in real life.
You gotta use real nails,
It's a good
Cheech.
idea.
Yeah, method.
Next time I get a script and I get killed, I'm going to say, you know what? I got an idea. I've never been crucified, so let's do that.
There's a Jeff Fahey come hanging on the cross, and Jeff Fahey, who was in the flick with me, goes, sees me hanging, comes up and goes, yeah, nice deal. You did good on that. You got crucified real good. Oh, okay, thanks, Jeff. That means a lot coming from you.
I did a picture with Jeff once, and I couldn't remember. I got the script at the last minute because I replaced somebody, and so they gave me a little earpiece, and then there was a kid who was telling me what to say off screen, and it was a night shot, and I didn't want Jeff to know that I had the thing in my ear, so I purposely played everything on my left side. He couldn't see it, and after he would say something, and I'd look at him.
Oh, that's good.
I had no fucking idea what to say, and then they'd tell me in my ear, and then I'd say it to him. And then after the scene, he walks up to me, he goes, "Man," he goes, "what are you doing?" And I go, well, and he goes, whatever it is, it's really interesting. Man, it seems like you don't know what to say, and then you suddenly know what to say. It's like really,
it's the magic of movies.
Awesome, man. It's fucking awesome.
It's Michael Madsen process.
Well, Jeff, I hate to tell you this, but I got to fucking. And he goes, wow. He goes, can I get one?
Yeah, they should do that more often.
When you start working in those movies with Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez, it's like nothing you've ever done before, because their movies are. Sent me the script for the one with the vampires in it.
From Dusk Till Dawn. That's a great monologue you have in that, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's in the script, and halfway through, I'm on like page 50, and it's a heist movie, and they kidnap these guys, and blah blah blah. And then about page 50, they go into this bar in the desert, and blah blah blah, and everybody turns into vampires. What? Did I miss something here? I go back. No, everybody turns into vampires. I go, well, it's either going to be a big cult movie or going to throw a big pail of cold water on everybody's career here.
Yeah, that was a really weird left turn.
It's like, but when you think about it, that's how it would happen.
Yeah, and Clooney's doing fine.
Yeah, Clooney's doing it. It was his first movie. Yeah.
That was, right?
I can only.
What about the Peacemaker?
You must get, man.
Remember the Peacemaker?
Oh,
yeah.
The Peacemaker.
Forgot about that.
What about the Golden Girls? He was there to see with George Clooney was in the Golden Girls.
And Facts of Life. Facts of Life.
I was actually Golden Palace.
You were in it?
After a year, I did a year on it. After B. Arthur left, and they reconfigured it. Now it was a Golden Palace, and the girls bought a hotel in Miami.
Oh.
And they were going to try to make a go of it. I was the cook, and Don Cheadle was the manager.
Oh, wow.
And it was like we were the Afro-Cuban rhythm section for the Lawrence Welk Band.
I can only imagine the scripts that you must get.
Hey, the soup's too hot.
Yeah, let's get Madsen. Yeah, we can do a lot of really bad things to everybody, and then at the end we'll kill him.
Yeah. There it is.
Hot soup. Have you guys done a sex scene?
Together?
don't tell him.
On screen?
Don't fucking tell him, dude.
Where we lived in Malibu,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You know how Malibu is?
Yeah.
I did one in Nash Bridges. I did a sex scene with Yasmin Bleeth.
Oh,
damn.
And that ended her career.
Sex scenes are not easy to do.
I would imagine they're not fun.
Right. It's really not. It looks like you're having fun, but you're not at all.
The Jennifer Tilly one you did was pretty good, though.
That was a sex scene with Jen Tilly?
Jennifer Tilly.
Getaway.
A young Jennifer Tilly is right up there for me, man. Put her man, that
That's
voice.
How I got Species, actually, because Robert Donaldson's the director, and I'd get killed in The Getaway. And I said, Roger, I'm really tired of getting killed, man. And so he's like, okay, mate. So he gave me Species, and I was the good guy.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
Natasha Henstridge.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Let's get back to the sex scene, though.
Okay.
And the Getaway.
So,
Let's get back to Jennifer Tilly.
That scene was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I did a pilot with Jen Tilly.
Yeah.
You want to pull that up? You want to pull up that scene?
That was a good.
She was still on the vine, but about to drop off.
My God, that is so horrible. So horrible.
It doesn't get better than that. It's like, this is the apex here. It's going to hit the ground soon, but
now she's rotten fruit.
We only have like 10 minutes with Cheech Marin, so I want to make sure we promote the fact that you're going to be out.
No.
That you're going to be out in Northport, Long Island, promoting your mezcal, right?
Mezcal, I have a new line of mezcal. It's called Papalote, Tres Papalote,
right,
coming out, and we actually rolled it out for the first time last night. Hence the slow talk, but it was very good. Those things, mezcal sneaks up on you. You don't get a hangover, but you get this like cool buzz.
Right. It's a hallucinogenic.
I can be.
It's a hallucin. It's like the one that and tequila hallucinogenic, so the buzz is different, right? I mean, not that I have a problem.
Mezcal is much better.
Yeah,
mezcal is much better. A good mezcal is like
it's very mellow.
Really good. It has that smoky taste. You know?
Wow, nice.
And we, my brand Tres Papalote, means three kites because we have three different expressions of it. And I mean,
is there a worm in the bottle?
No.
Because I ate that.
want to.
I've eaten nowhere many times, and it doesn't really do what everyone says it does.
It's a novelty drink. It's made in China.
Polluted by the time you eat it. Nothing happens at all.
So that's kind of hack in that world.
Yeah,
having the worm.
No, that's those things are made in China.
Yeah,
you know, that's a Chinese mezcal. No, you want real mezcal. It's artisanal.
Well, you're going to be hanging at Bottle Bargains in Northport today from 12 to 2, promoting the mezcal. So,
and then I'm doing a
Gotham tonight, I think.
Gotham tonight.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Have you
Cheech Marin.
You ever seen that club?
Great club.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, on 23rd was on 23rd and 7th.
Yeah. Could be.
So what are you just doing stand up? Wherever it is, you'll be there.
They take me there.
I didn't know you went out and did sets by yourself.
Well, I generally don't, but they wanted me to MC. There's a bunch of comics, and they want me to MC. And they said, "Can you do something?" So I'm going to play ukulele for them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool. It's a comedy ukulele act I have. You know, kind of.
Most ukulele acts lean towards comedy.
It doesn't start out that way, but
but as soon as you start listening,
what happened to Tiny Tim? Is he dead? Did he die?
Yeah, no, he did.
He died a while ago.
He died of ukulele poisoning. it was messy.
It's also going to be on Access TV tonight.
Oh,
okay.
Live
from Gotham.
Oh, live from Gotham.
Yeah,
okay, I've hosted that.
Yeah.
So you've done stand up by yourself, you know.
Never have.
This your first time?
I guess.
Oh, it's cool.
No, I know. I don't. I always did. With a partner, and then I was straight acting, comedy acting, of course. But yeah, no, never done it by myself.
How many seasons of Nash Bridges did you do?
6.
Wow, man,
that was good. That was fat. We were in San Francisco.
Wow, yeah,
and we were doing 24 a year, dude.
So you're just living in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Who got that Challenger? Did you got one of those?
No, that was Don got those.
How many cars did you have? You had a picture car?
We had 4.
Wow.
We had a picture car. We had a fast car. We had a stunt car.
Right.
And then we had the one that was Don was going to get eventually. So that kept it pretty pristine.
Yeah. I got the Trans Am from Kill Bill.
Oh, was that nice?
Wow.
Nice. Trans Am, yeah.
Yeah.
The picture cars are cool.
Yeah, they are cool, man.
I had the Cadillac from Reservoir Dogs for a long time.
Did you?
I gave it to Quentin for his birthday when we were doing Hateful Eight.
Yeah?
Oh, you gave it up?
Awesome.
I had it for like 20 years. I gave it to Quentin.
Were you driving it for 20 years, or you just kind of had it?
I was driving it before the movie.
It was your car.
That's why it's in
the Just brings his own shit to the movie.
I did.
I have the Prius from Dirty Grandpa.
Hey, that's a good car.
It's not mine. It just like broke down from my house. Now I have it.
Have you seen Quentin lately?
Yeah, well,
he was in here a couple months ago.
Not since the movie, we got the picture. He's really
awesome.
He's very reclusive. I mean, you do a movie with him, and you get really close, and then the picture's over, and you don't.
Never see him again. Yeah, I know.
You know, like he won't even answer his phone. I mean, he doesn't even have a cell phone to begin with.
I heard
he doesn't have an email.
Kubrick was like that too. Malcolm McDowell said that when he did Clockwork Orange, he said we were so close, and he was really hurt by the fact that they never maintained any kind of relationship. When he was done, that was it.
It's usually the story with movies. When you're the tightest with all those people, and then you never see them again.
Right.
Don't even remember their name when you see them on the street.
Me and Kurt were emailing each other for a little while. Me and Kurt and Tim kind of did this thing where we stayed in touch, but it's the first time in 30 years that I stayed in touch with people I worked with. It was really weird.
Well, it's easier now with, again, a mass text or a mass email. You can talk to 3 or 4 people at once, a quick shot.
Yeah, I heard Kubrick was a dick with his emojis. Just consistently like beer glass. You're like, well, say something.
I'm coming out with a new line of emojis.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's called Mexican Emojicans. It's all about that.
Nice.
Little tiny tequila bottles.
Little jalapenos and tacos. You know?
So do you know what you're going to do tonight? Like you're all planned out and ready? Are you nervous?
Yeah, sort of.
How do you feel?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand there with a ukulele and wait for inspiration.
Oh, are you just going to kind of wing it? That's ballsy.
A little bit.
First time doing it solo while it's being filmed. Fuck, I'm just going to wing it. That's definitely ballsy.
And I'll bring a ukulele.
Yeah, it's like doing a show.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember those 2 chords that I'm going to do. So.
Something will happen.
Yeah, something will happen.
You'll figure it out live on
I only
TV
got to do
tonight.
5 minutes. So.
Cheech, they're telling us you got to go.
I do.
We don't want to kick you out.
I don't want want to go? It's warm here.
Does he really have to go? Yeah. I want a group photo, so why don't we take a break?
Take a break.
We're going to take a quick break so we
tres
get a group photo.
papalote.
Yeah.
Let's plug everybody properly.
I'm sorry. It's Bottle Bargains in Northport today from 12 to 2. That's why you got to go. You got to, hit Long
Go
Island.
out to Long Island.
Checking out his mezcal today.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be signing bottles and all that stuff.
I will.
Today.
I think we're chugging. We're having a chug contest.
Oh, my God. God bless you. And Michael Madsen, you sticking around or you're leaving us?
I'm going to Carnegie Deli.
Nice. Good for you.
Back in the day,
Ask for the waiter, Max.
Max?
Yeah.
Michael
Back in the
Madsen's
day is Michael's movie, yeah.
And he's very, very good in it. It's in select theaters and video on demand starting tomorrow. Michael Madsen's always a great guest as well.
Adam,
Adapalli's going to stick around with us. Mark's leaving us.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Zany's in Nashville tomorrow. Conan on Monday. And next weekend, Comedy Mix in Vancouver.
Yes, sir. Please come out. Lord knows I need you.
Comedy Mix in Vancouver?
Yeah, great club.
Yeah, we're from Vancouver, me and Tommy.
Really? You don't sound like it.
I like Vancouver. It's a nice city.
He's from there. I was there.
Uh-huh.
That's where we got together.
Oh, yeah?
I shot a movie there.
Did you?
And toward the end, I get, shot.
Killed.
Of course you do. and I went back I was at the Four Seasons, and I pulled up. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and the valet comes out, and I get out the car, but I hadn't changed my clothes.
Oh.
And I had a busted squib in my shirt. And I get out of the car, I was like, fuck, man, and I was all tired, and he goes, Mr. Madsen, are you all right? And I go, I was shot, I meant that I was shot in the movie. He'd figure that out.
Yeah.
And he just stared at me when I walked off, and he looked really disturbed. And when I got to my room, he called the paramedics,
Really?
Yeah, and they came up to my room, and they banged on the door, and the guys had their kits and everything.
Really?
It was a fire department, and holy shit, they came in the room. And I'm like, guys, I'm fucking fine. I'm like, I'm not really shot.
Well, how about the time Cheech got out of the car with the nail still in his hand?
People started bowing and praying.
Jews were booing you.
What can I? How can I make something out of this?
All right, quick break. Stay there.
All right.
That was a blast. Michael Madsen just hanging around, telling stories, just taking his time. I love that fucking
He's here
guy.
for, an hour and a half?
Easily.
He could have stayed, but he's like, I don't want to get boring.
We're like, you're not boring, but, he did an hour and a half. I mean, God.
Yeah.
Just great.
That was great.
That voice, man. That voice is awesome.
He has a million stories, too.
Yeah.
A million. And then Cheech Marin looking all hungover.
Yeah.
Cheech Marin hung up like a suit, man. Whoa.
How old do you think how old is Cheech? Because I didn't realize Tommy Chong was 78 years old.
Tommy was pretty older.
Yeah, he was a little older, so he's at least, I would guess,
65?
No, Cheech,
he's in his
72.
70s.
Really?
I'm just guessing.
I'm going to go with 72 as well.
Wow.
69.
Well, he looks good.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
I didn't know.
close.
The answer is 69 from Travis.
9 years younger than Tommy. Wow.
Wow, we just had a few years, but that's the tequila from last night. Sorry, Cheech Marin.
In the dispensaries, Tommy in California, Tommy Chong is like now his face is on like a lot of different products, so he must be doing fairly well, I would assume.
He gets a taste of all that.
Got
action.
it, right? How does that weed stuff?
But they just license your face. They may license your image and go, we're going to put on X amount of things, and you go, all right, whatever it is,
You're just getting like a payout?
Possibly. I don't know how that stuff works. I mean, they certainly don't need his face to sell pot or hash.
Right, so they might just want it.
Yeah, they might just want it. Hey, we'll license your face.
What a great world to be in, though. He's been known for his pot his entire life, and then it's quickly becoming legal, and then you get to be the spokesperson.
I feel it's always a part of conversation. I feel like after one drink, you will hear me rant about how the next big industry is weed. Like it's like the number one topic for me. I have like 2 drinks and I'll be like, that's the business we got to get into. We got to buy a farm. We got to have a dispensary, because it just feels like that's like the prohibition wave.
I'm amazed that every state isn't doing it yet. It's a little slower than I thought it would be.
Well, I feel like the country was it was put in such like a moral bad place by the Christian right for so long, like Nancy Reagan and stuff like that it's going to take a long time to demystify it.
Right. Doesn't stupid Chris Christie, who I happen to like, but doesn't this idiot actually against pot? See, what are you doing?
He's against medical marijuana too.
Yeah,
come on.
And I like Chris Christie. He went to my high school. I like him somewhat. But then he does stuff like that, and you're like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah,
like
all you do is indulge. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. Someone like that should be telling me what I can and can't do. Like, how about I walk over and I'm like, just take it easy on whatever you're eating.
Yeah, how about you get a kale smoothie in you every once in a while?
Right, exactly. Yeah. How about a veggie juice?
Yeah. But I look at a guy like that, and like, even if that guy was doing kale smoothies, he'd still have like 9 of them.
Yeah.
You know?
What he is eating is way worse than people indulging in pot.
In marijuana. Yeah.
It's so pretty much obvious to the majority.
Yeah. How
that
dare
food
you?
is way more dangerous than
But hey, man,
a
he's
little
gonna
pot.
be. We should not be talking because he's gonna be the vice president of the United States. Yeah, and then we could when that happens, we'll all be put to prison.
Do you think Trump is going to use him as VP?
Yeah, I think probably. I think that was probably like part of the handshake negotiation.
Oh, you think that was figured out a long time ago?
Yeah,
I thought it was maybe for some other favors or whatever.
I
another
don't
position.
know. I don't know. I mean, like
Trump needs a woman or some kind of.
Where's he gonna get one?
I know. Or
Condoleezza Rice was speculated too.
Oh my God, that would be a nightmare.
The broad from New Mexico. I bring us
Jan Brewer. No, not Jan Brewer. The other
we had
one.
the name, but they're
With the
saying
teeth.
No, not her.
Yeah.
Not the
Edgar Teeth.
Not the teeth lady.
I do love.
Look
I mean,
up New Mexico.
I'm. It's a bummer because I like Trump. Like it's so funny. Like he's so funny, and I like watching it. And everything he says is amazing and dumb and retarded and great to hear. But like then you're like, oh yeah, but he could be president, and then there would be laws that like women would go to jail for getting abortions.
I want him to
back
win.
that up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was Chris Matthews more being a much better interviewer in that spectrum than he was interviewing.
Trump is always. There was a thing in the Art of the Deal and stuff about like how he asks for $300 million, knowing that the property's worth 20.
Sure.
And so, like a lot of that, like the wall and everything, is him trying. He's asking for $300 million so that he can say 20 and then look good.
Sure.
And I don't know. I'm so non-political in that way, but I'm a Clinton guy.
The people that know more about this than us, they're saying the best choice would be this Susana Martinez, the governor of New Mexico, would be a perfect VP for Trump to balance some shit out.
Would she do it? I mean,
I don't know if she's
I don't see
really,
anybody saying no to running for vice president.
I don't know if she has vocalized it, though.
Susana Martinez.
She's the governor of New Mexico.
Yeah, she gave that really nice counter to the State of the Union this year. That everyone was like, that was pretty good.
Wait, are you talking about Nikki?
Yeah, Nikki.
She's no worse. Her teeth. She doesn't open her mouth when she talks.
That is so creepy what she's doing with those teeth when she talks.
Yeah, it's through the wire.
Yeah, like her. Yeah, like she broke her jaw
through the wire.
Yeah, she's talking like very cursed.
Listen, we have Adam Paley here. Brad Williams is calling in for a quickie. He's promoting his special, I believe. Hey, Brad.
How are you guys? Good morning.
Good morning, man. I missed you. We had fun down there in Austin.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was fun eating tacos and getting drunk and just being there in that great city of Austin, Texas.
And doing a couple live shows and then walking around 6th Street watching everyone look at you. I started getting mad. I'm like, I wanted to tell these people, go look at something else. Yeah, he's a bit on the short side, yes.
Yeah, you know what? Most of the time it's annoying, but yesterday it actually was a lot of fun, at least for me. I was going around Hollywood, and I have one of those douchebag hoverboards, the things that, they're like little Segways without the handles.
I love those things.
Things that blow up.
Right.
Yeah. I love them, too, because I got very small strides, and I could fucking move on those things. So I was going to the bank, which is right next to my apartment, and a car literally, hit a light pole because the guy was trying to take a picture of me on the hoverboard.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
I felt so happy. Is that wrong that I felt that happy?
No,
not at all.
Yeah, get your kicks.
By the way, great. I'm looking right now.
The billboard.
The billboard's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a Showtime comedy special, Brad Williams' Daddy Issues. And it's you in one of those little baby papooses that a mother will carry.
A baby Bjorn.
Mother. Is that what it's called?
A baby Bjorn.
Yeah, baby Bjorn. I never heard of it.
Mother. How dare you?
What?
I walked around like that.
Yeah, Dad could do that too.
No, but mother. It's and you're on a guy's back. He's got his hands on his hips akimbo. Yeah. And you're out there with your arms. It's a really great fucking billboard, Brad.
Yeah.
That one actually, he's in front. So you lead with your baby, which is kind of the dumbest thing.
Oh,
ever.
is that in front?
Oh yeah. The baby's in front on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's smarter to have him in the back, so you take the fucking bumps and everything when you walk around the street.
Just the opposite reason. You should have the kid in the front.
I always use my kid in the front, especially like going into the subway.
Yeah.
I want a little bit of a buffer.
It's certainly one way for someone to get to hold the doors for you, or the doors just slam on the kid. Either way, you win.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the special. It's tomorrow night on Showtime. It's going to do great.
Thank you.
Brad Williams is hilarious, man. What time is it on Showtime? 10 o'clock. It says it right there. Okay, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Showtime. Brad Williams, Daddy Issues.
10 p.m., and it was cool because you guys talk about the billboard, and thank you. My dad actually came up to Hollywood, and we kind of recreated that pose, like, in front of the billboard. And, it was a cool little moment, and I call it Daddy Issues because my dad actually, like 2 years ago, got diagnosed with cancer, skin cancer, had to go through the whole chemotherapy, radiation, and there was definitely a moment where we thought, like, oh crap, like, this is it. Like, we're gonna lose him, and then he ended up going into remission. So I talked about that in the special, and so it was nice that my dad had to come up, and then we kind of recreated that pose in front of the billboard. So this one's really personal for me.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Where are you going to watch it? Where will you watch your special when it premieres?
Well, I'll be on stage at the San Jose Improv while it's premiering.
Oh, God, you guys
grind on the grind.
You guys never give yourselves a break. Why wouldn't you take a night off so you could see your special somewhere nice?
Well, you can watch it. You've probably seen it already, too.
Yeah, he edited it.
He's already seen it.
all those
I know,
jokes.
but to know, like, you're watching while everyone else is watching for the first time, I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool, but...
Well, like, because my friends wanted to throw, like, a party and then watch the special, and I'm like, wow, nothing seems more, like, scary for me to watch your comedy special with your friends.
Wow, how hideous.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Especially if it's about your dad's cancer. No way, man.
You're sitting there, am I supposed to laugh?
Yeah, no way, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he would appreciate it if I laugh right now.
Watching comedy with your friend. I'd rather watch scat porn with my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's going to try a little harder. It's when you go to these these movie premieres and everyone in the theater is well behaved and thinking, well, I was invited to this cool experience, and you see everyone like trying too hard and laughing too hard at everything.
Movie premieres are the biggest bunch of bullshit. Movie premieres are like looking in a magic mirror. No matter how bad the movie is, at the premiere, it plays like gangbusters. Everybody walks out there and they're like, maybe it's me, but this is going to be a hit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, this is not going to be a hit. This is a terrible movie, and everybody clapping worked on it.
I walking out of those situations, I'm talking to the people going, but I think that was, you get caught up in it. Like, I'm not really sure if that was a good movie.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah, of course.
But the energy's so fucked up in those places.
Do you know, I went to the premiere of Arthur because my ex-girlfoot worked as
Arthur 2.
The new with Russell Brand, yeah.
The good one.
Yeah, the real one.
The real
That fucking Dudley Moore hunk of shit. Thanks for nothing, Clubfoot. But I watched, and it didn't get huge laughs in the theater. And I'm like, if it doesn't get huge laughs in the theater, like when people are applauding for the gaffer, they're all worked.
Yeah.
That's in trouble.
Yeah, that's a real stinker.
That was a hunk of shit, that movie.
It's a hard one to remake.
I got two movies right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
that are the two lowest reviewed. They're like the two lowest reviewed movies of the year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. We're all working. So it's not just Brad that's doing well.
What are the movies?
What are they?
Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah.
Which is like so bad.
Oh, you were in that. I think you're joking.
That movie's so bad that people like go to see it because it's bad. And then Search Party, which came out this weekend, I believe is at a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Let me ask you, we asked Michael Madsen, did you know Dirty Grandpa was going to be a bad movie when you were part of it?
Yeah.
You did.
I knew when I got the script, and it was called Dirty Grandpa.
As opposed to Bad Grandpa.
Right.
And then, as I started reading it, I was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Where do I sign up?
How do I get paid?
How do I get myself into all these shitty movies?
Hey, Brad, you do some acting. Are you working on any acting? You do some acting. Oh, interview 101, gang. Fucking asshole I am. So, Brad, tell us about.
What was it like working with? No, I've got a movie coming out, I believe, in September on Netflix. It's a Christopher Guest movie. He made another one.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I got it's called Mascot.
All right, yeah.
The behind the scenes world of professional mascotting, and I get to improv a scene with Fred Willard, which is one of the highlights of my career.
Oh, that's phenomenal!
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun, and Chris Guest is just so great to work with, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's an improvised movie.
Yeah,
there wasn't a script. He just sat us and like he said, all right, you and Fred are going to be talking, and by the end of it, get to this scene, and so just to be sitting there with Fred Willard, you're just hoping you don't mess it up.
So let me ask you, Brad, when you're doing that, like, how much time does he give you? Like, say you got to get to the point of, hey, we need to grab the truck and leave. How much time do you have before you're like, okay, we got to hit this point, or how do you know you're not hitting that point too soon?
He just kind of lets you go. He just says he trusts the actors, and most of the people, like the people that he casts, are all like great comedic actors and definitely have a great sense of timing. And you just kind of have the idea of when you've gotten all the meat off the bone and when you've said every joke that you can say, and then you just kind of do it. It was really a freeing process because Jim, I'm sure you've been there where sometimes you can't remember lines and you're trying to improvise, and then like the head writer's over there in the corner just like, I fucking wrote these things for a reason, and he's freaking out. And so it was nice not to have that.
Well, I like your script. They offered me a Christopher Guest thing a while ago, and I actually said no to it because I like having a script.
Really?
Nope. Just made that up.
I was going to say,
I lied, Brad.
None of that seems plausible.
That seems like such a fun way to work. I think Eugene Levy was describing it to us.
Yeah.
Like how awesome that seems to be able to work like that. Just conversing.
Very freeing.
Yeah, very freeing.
You got to have a lot of time and trust to do something like that.
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
What else is up, Brad? Everything good with you?
Everything's fantastic. Like I was telling you, in Austin, the girlfriend moved in, and that's going well. it's.
Why do you say that with a laugh?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
It's going well.
Because she's fighting. She knows she can't hit me when we fight because she'll kill me. She's a 4th degree black belt.
Is she really?
So, yeah, she's a 4th degree black belt. That's my girlfriend. So
awesome.
Like
4th degree black belt, and she's taller than you. How tall is she?
She's 5'7".
Oh my God! What are you doing?
How do you divvy up the space?
What the fuck?
Now, when a woman moves in, I guess, right, all the space is divvied up. So she's probably like, all right, you get everything below this shelf.
Right.
Like that's.
Yeah, they divvy the space vertically.
I have parts of my apartment I've never used before.
Like what? Please tell us.
Like just high shelves. There's paintings that are hung above waist level. It's unbelievable.
You know, it's weird, Brad. My girlfriend years ago was taller than me. She was like 5'9" or 5'10", and I was years after we stopped dating. I was doing something on the top shelf, and I fucking pulled candy out, and I'm like, I hadn't seen that, and I'm like, when the fuck did this? She goes, well, I put it there because I knew you couldn't reach the top. I was so humiliated.
Jesus Christ, she was hiding food from you.
Well, she knew I would probably want her to do that. Like she knew that I wouldn't want to see it.
Right.
So you would never see it up there.
But without any irony, she just put that on the top shelf because she knew that I wouldn't be able to get to the candy on the top shelf. I just wanted to kill her.
Too funny.
Just imagine being me and she can do that with the freaking middle shelf.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You have one of those apartments where everything's a lot lower, like in Little People Big World, or you just got regular size stuff?
No, man, I got regular size stuff. My whole thing is I store like stools around the apartment, like
I don't know. Left maybe too hard at that, but I like it. Ew.
I'm not shitting in a bucket.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were a little hoarder.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got like little step stools all over the place just to kind of to get what you need.
Yeah, the only time that didn't work was my girlfriend got mad at me. We had a fight, and then she went to the bathroom and turned the shower head straight up. So,
are you joking?
So now, I'm not joking. That is an absolute true story. So, like, she turned the shower head straight up, so now I can't. So, like, I couldn't take a shower.
Well, couldn't you hop in the sink and then take a bath?
Or the other choice, which none of us want to say because we like Brad.
the turlet?
Well, you know
she
what?
sounds like a real bitch.
Adam.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But, yeah, it was just, like, and then I had to, like, stack a stool on top of another stool, like in the shower. But I made it work.
It never occurred to me, dude, that the shower head were these little things that, like, you can use a step stool for anything, but the shower head, like, if you want to adjust that,
especially a rain shower. Like, what if you have one of those that's like at the top?
I hate those.
Yeah, me too. There's no degree of angle.
I like an angle. Right. I like to stand there with my hand. I'm such a weirdo when I shower. I just stand there with my arms kind of crossed and like looking down, and the shower hitting the back right side of me.
You're a crying game shower.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. Yes,
game shower.
absolutely.
Like you've just been raped.
Yeah, it's a rape shower.
Yeah, I'm more of like a quarterback after a tough loss shower.
Yeah,
one hand on the wall. Just like barely standing up.
One hand on the wall with the song "Love Hurts" playing in the background.
Exactly.
What's your shower pose, Brad? Do you have one?
Shower pose? I don't know. Just kind of in there, and I love to wash my ass in the shower. Anybody else?
Yes.
Where else would you do it?
No, I put a bag over my asshole because I don't want to spoil what I've been working up all day.
I like to wash my ass, but right now it's broken, so I have to cover the cast, and it's difficult.
Hey, Brad, I hear you're going to China.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to China in June. I'm doing some stand-up shows over there. Which my girlfriend's actually half Chinese, so I'm like, great. Now I could actually like cheat on you and just be like, I didn't know.
So wait, what are you doing? Like expats there, or who goes to see American comedy?
I'm doing regular clubs and just clubs that the regular citizens can come to. Because of YouTube. The Chinese people are now like they're craving stand-up comedy, and a bunch of American comics are going over there. And yeah, I don't have to like learn a different language. Obviously,
right?
They come and they know English, and I mean there'll probably be some cultural differences. I'll have to go through my act and kind of make sure I'm not saying something that doesn't make doesn't make complete sense. But yeah, I'm really excited to go. That and I'm excited to be in a country where like the average height is only about 3 inches taller than me.
Yeah, you're gonna fit right in there.
And you're also an avid communist, right? So you'll be great. You'll be great.
Total communist. I got fucked in the height thing, so now I just want everything equal.
All right. Well, the special is on, what is it, Friday? What night's that on?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
10 o'clock on Showtime. Daddy Issues. Brad Williams special. I mean, God, Brad is hilarious.
Yeah, Brad's a really funny stand-up.
Really good.
I'm happy for you, man. Again, the billboard looks great, and that would make me want to watch it if I didn't know you and I was driving by. Like, that's legitimately a phenomenal comedy billboard.
And first time I've seen your dad, he's a bit on the short side there. How tall is he?
Isn't he? He's like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay.
I think, Brad's not as short as you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and Jim, your new special's coming out soon too, right?
No, I'm shooting it. I still have to shoot it. Yeah. I'm probably over the summer.
Oh, okay. And Jim, we actually just had your opener, Kelsey Cook, on the podcast that I do, the About Last Night podcast. She's fantastic.
Oh yeah, she's really nice and she's funny and she does really well in front of my crowd. So yeah, I'm glad you liked her, man. She's terrific.
So funny, and told us a great dirty story about her vagina swelling up shut one time because she had an allergic reaction.
Oh yeah. She had sex with 3 black guys, and it was a melanin thing. No, it wasn't.
I was going to say, what happened? Did she fuck a shrimp?
What made it swell up? Now I need to know.
I don't want to. I don't know if she's doing it as a bit. So I don't know if I want to spoil it, but
fair enough.
She basically put something up there when she was like 15 years old.
Oh,
trying to.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she told us this.
Yeah, it was a Louisville Slugger. Really impressive.
Yeah, and then she had some sort of allergic reaction.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, it's a hell of a way to find out you're allergic to latex.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Brad.
Good talking to you, buddy, and congratulations for real. You're a very funny dude, and I'm happy for you.
It's nice meeting you over the phone, Brad. I'm famous television star Adam Paley.
Oh, famous television star Adam Paley.
Yo, nice speaking to you.
Yes.
Great day.
I said nice speaking to you.
Hey, thank you guys so much. Thanks for always having me on. And, yeah, your fans are unbelievable all over the country. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what they think of the special as well.
I certainly like hearing that. Come see us next time you're in New York, Brad.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
All right,
Be good,
Brad
buddy.
Williams. The special's tomorrow night on Showtime at 10 o'clock. Daddy Issues.
And also, Dan Soder is on Saturday night at 10 o'clock on Showtime. 11 o'clock, sorry, on Comedy Central.
Right.
Called Not Special. I'm sure it's very funny. People are criticizing in the group photo that we just took my Scrub Daddy shirt. It's a very soft.
Why are they criticizing that?
They probably should. I look douchey, but it's a very soft, comfy shirt.
What are they criticizing?
Probably I'm wearing I wear it a lot.
The logo or the amount that you wear that shirt?
We tend
both.
We tend to wear the same shit every day.
Yeah, I mean,
you get
that's
comfortable
life.
with something, and then you're like,
That's life. That's what happens when you get old and you're living.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need to find anything new.
Dude, I'm wearing this. I'm not kidding. I'm wearing the same underwear for probably 4 days.
Real? What?
That's something.
No.
Now we've taken a pause.
Oh, yeah. They're always clean. I guarantee you they don't smell bad. My asshole is very rarely sweaty or awful.
Oh, mine is a goddamn train wreck.
Is it? So it is, but mine is decent.
I don't know if it's a Jew thing for me. I don't know. It's like.
I was going to say that. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, no, I'll get it out for you. I could see you chomping at the bit.
Do you have extra hair back there?
Yeah, my hairy. I'm like a Mediterranean.
Yeah, the hair will mess things up, I think.
And the whole sweat. Like, I feel like I sweat as soon as after I take a shower, I sweat for like 40 minutes. I don't know. It's bad. The whole thing is bad.
What was the movie with Dom DeLuise when he was talking about somebody who goes, my father would sweat. This man would sweat while he was swimming. What was that? Was it The End? It was some dive.
It might have been The End.
The man's nuts. Grab him.
Wait, have you really been wearing your underwear for 4 days?
If they're striped, I have.
Why?
Well, because why not? I'm just lazy.
But don't you have a shitload of underwear?
Yeah, I do. I just put it when I'm done at the end of the day. These pants, 4 days, throw them on a thing and
pants
get up.
though. No, pants. I've been wearing the same pants for like 4 days. Pants is different.
They're
but
clean,
underwear goes to me. I mean, and maybe maybe I'm anal, but I take my underwear off and change it once a day.
Oh, wow, more than one pair a day?
One a day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's me being like a little bit of a clean freak or what. But I like to change my underwear when a new day
It's just
starts.
me. I know it sounds gross. Believe me, but I'm very hygienic. I have very little body hair. My ass is not hairy.
But that doesn't equal hygiene. That's just hair loss.
But I mean, I don't smell.
Oh God, I know what my ass is capable of. That underwear has to go.
Yeah, every day.
Every day. I don't even test it. I just know.
I don't even wear white underwear. I will not buy white underwear just for fear of what's going to be
Stains
there.
and whatnot.
Just anything. I don't want to know.
I love white underwear. Matches my neighbors.
I mean, look, if I could, yeah.
I'll test my jeans every day. I'm up to 3 days with the same jeans before I tap out. I test every day. I give it a quick sniff.
I found a way to get rid of that sniff. You throw your jeans in the freezer for half an hour.
Someone else said that.
What's it do?
I don't know.
Killing the bacteria.
It's just the smell goes away.
Oh,
and so you get that. You know that denim-y sweat smell where you're like, I got to wash these or whatever.
Kills the bacteria.
Just throw them in the freezer.
People are doing that to save their clothes a little longer.
Really?
Washing them so much wears them out too fast. So people have gone to throwing them in the freezer.
I just don't like washing my jeans because after you wash your jeans, then they get tight. Again, they get all weird.
A little tight.
I like a nice worn-in feel.
You ever sniff out your jeans and go, you're on the fence, or maybe do a little spray?
Oh yeah,
All right, good.
Oh yeah,
I like this.
I still wear Cool Water.
Cool Water.
Good cologne, of course. Good cologne.
Cool Water is basically like
remember Cool Water.
Cool Water is comes in a blue bottle. Yep. You can get it at like a CVS. And it smells like a dorm room, or it's smells like the covering up of weed smell.
Yeah,
and I love it.
It's like Drac Car. It's like that vibe of a cologne.
Yeah,
where people who are like 20, like you said, a dorm room will wear. They think it's really classy stuff.
Exactly. There's nothing to it. It's just like it smells like cologne.
Yeah. people think they smell great. They go on a fucking date with it. And
Yeah, it's great. It's like it basically smells like a stank Uber.
yeah.
Here you go. Why does the freezer get rid of the odor? The lower temperature kills, the bacteria. But it's not 100%. The only way to truly do that is either to wash your jeans or to sterilize them at a really high temperature. But that defeats the purpose of really, sustainably cleaning your jeans because your freezer is running anyway. So, whatever. Washing, okay. It works for some people without a long explanation.
Basically,
but it's not the best way.
It's not the best way to get the bacteria
to get rid of the smells.
But I'm not super. Yeah, as long as the smell's not there, I don't really care about the bacteria.
As long as no one else is going to smell it. That's one.
The only person that's going to smell my jeans is my wife, and frankly, not that often.
Yeah, be by accident.
Yeah,
like a dirty diaper.
What else is going on, guys?
Well, so you didn't. Oh, good.
I got a couple things, actually.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to make sure we're promoting why you're here.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it. I'm chilling. You got Tiny Waters. I'm good.
But Fox picked up your show, right?
Yes, Fox picked up my show. Man. Yeah, thank you. It's called Making History. It'll be on Sunday nights after The Simpsons.
That's a shitty time slot.
Yeah, I know.
No, people will tune.
It's by Lord and Miller, who have a ton of Lego money. So it's good.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wait,
man.
Lord and Miller, is that the parent company for Lego, or is that?
No, Lord and Miller. These two guys, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They're comedy directors and writers, and they did like the 21 Jump Street movies and the Lego movies.
Oh, that's right. They did the movie. Okay.
And this is theirs.
And you got a little time traveling, right, in this movie, with you and your duffel bag.
Yep, I time travel. I can time travel in a duffel bag. It's cool. It's kind of like Back to the Future every week. Like a comedic quantum leap.
Right.
Is what I've been saying.
I loved Quantum Leap.
Me too. That's why I loved Quantum Leap. I don't
know if it holds up, but that show is that was.
I mean, I think
that one.
I think it does hold up. I haven't watched it in a while, but there's time travel is always interesting. There's something people are always obsessed with, like going back in time, changing the way things are.
Right.
So I'm into it. It's really fun.
It looks like it's going to be all right. It's called Making History. It's going to be on Fox. When does it start up?
It starts in the winter sometime.
Oh, you got a little time.
Yeah, they're going to use football to launch us, which is dope.
It's great.
I'm really excited.
I want to do a show about history where I go back and I just use cheesy expressions before anyone ever used them, and then it has no impact on history. Like you just go back and you watch someone slap their wife in 1600, and you're like, that's going to leave a mark. And then
you disappear. It's a quick show. Every episode's 10 seconds.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
I want
catchy.
The new show, Zero Impact, starring Jim Norton.
I also want to thank Hard Rock Johnny. I did not know he was coming in here to make food for everyone. But you know what that was about, Paul? Was that a rolling thing, a rolling excuse to have a nice breakfast? That's okay.
Was that your omelet station?
Yeah, we didn't even partake because we were busy with Michael Madsen and Cheech Marin earlier.
When I came in, they were like so proud of the omelet station. They were like, they're like, do you want anything to eat? And I was like, oh, no, I'm good. They're like, we have an omelet station.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm okay. They're like, get an omelet.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm okay. They're like, buddy, it's an omelet station. You're going to want one of these omelets. That's all they do there. Partake. Right. I'm not really that hungry. Have you heard of this? There's an omelet bar. This guy doesn't want one. What is that?
You're just bumming everyone out.
Yeah.
It was their big thing.
I know.
And he also dropped off this, all the stuff they're auctioning off. Where's this happening?
It's really cool, dude.
Is it happening at the Hard Rock Cafe?
I don't know, but there's such amazing stuff in here.
This is like a nice fucking...
You gotta smell it.
Does the Hard Rock...
when you open it,
I like that.
Does Hard Rock Johnny have anything to do with the Hard Rock Casino? Hotel and casinos?
I don't know. He's part of the... He knows everybody in that business.
Yeah.
He's been running the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square.
He runs the New York Hard Rock.
Forever.
Yeah.
Got a stomach staple, lost a shitload of weight, looks great.
Good for him.
What was the one thing we were talking about earlier? Oh, the Let It Be and...
Let It Be Naked.
Let It Be Naked. That's where we went with this, but they're auctioning off a Let It Be album cover with everyone, all the guys signed it back in the day when they hated each other, like Adam said, off mic.
This is Elvis's International Kenpo Karate Association rank of 7th degree black belt. Really?
Yeah, I'm sure that they're like, well, and we'd like to give another black belt to Elvis.
Yeah, they have this thing for the Beatles. It's their signed dissolution agreement. It's between 60 and 80,000. It's probably, I'm going to guess it's going to go for 200,000. Where all four of them signed it, and
it dissolves the Beatles.
It dissolves the Beatles.
Why wouldn't that be somewhere else where it,
like the Smithsonian or something?
Where it could never be sold?
Well, I always wonder that about the Hard Rock. Like the Hard Rock is basically like a collection of old Rock and Roll Hall of Fame memorabilia that they then send around the country. Wow. Like on different. Whose tuxedo is that?
Dean Martin. Dean Martin.
Oh, cool.
Elvis
cool.
Presley's pill bottles. That's kind of cool.
That's dope.
That is dope, right?
Yeah.
$6,000 to $8,000 is what they're hoping for, but probably all the stuff will probably do more.
Do they have any? Do they have any?
Quaaludes? Damn, Quaaludes from January 20th, 1977, in one of those glass.
Oh, that I would
bottles.
buy that. Is there any stuff that is on sale that Joe Jackson beat the Jackson Kids with? Because I'm in the market.
Yeah, there's a ring, and it's got a little bit of Michael's forehead skin in it.
I would love that. I would love that as a gift if anyone's out there listening.
Now this is cool. It's a piece of paper, and it says John Lennon, McCartney, and Pete Best signed card. John, Paul, George, and Pete. George did not sign it, but John, Paul, and Pete did, and it's so cool to have it says the Beatles, April 5th, 1962. John, Paul, George, and Pete, and three of them signed it. That's pretty fucking amazing.
That is cool.
We had Pete in once, many years ago.
Really? That's awesome.
Ooh, he's not letting it go. Yeah, I don't blame him, but wow.
Do they have any of Prince's old Percocets in there?
They got a Freddie Mercury jacket.
But see, that's the stuff people would really actually want.
Oh yeah,
Elvis,
can you imagine if there was like a Percocet container that said Prince on it,
right,
and like dated like a couple months ago? That would be dope.
That's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
You were telling me about the Let It Be Naked.
Yeah, it's an album. It came out a couple years ago, but it was basically like George like took out all the wall of sound and just like let it be the songs. I really like it. Some Beatle nerdom.
I'm going to check it out. I'm sure it's just as good, if not better.
I think it's better.
Right. All stripped down and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through this book really fast. A lot of pill bottles, it seems.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of Elvis pill bottles. Here's the Jackson 5 shit. A rhinestone pillow.
If there isn't any... I saw what you pointed out. If there isn't any Miles Davis stuff for auction off, I would buy Don Cheadle as Miles Davis stuff if they have it for sale.
Let's see what else.
They're going to auction off my spoon. You can see the lighter marks underneath it.
That's the shit that I would totally buy. Like if Kurt Cobain's like Bloody Cardigan was for sale, I would buy that and hang it.
Yeah,
they got one of Freddie Mercury's jackets, so it'll be interesting if there was cum on the back of it. It's really...
There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. We should have had Hard Rock Johnny give the big fucking plug, but he left with his armlet station.
Yeah. May 21st, New York City. It's called Lot 389, Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff. Julian's Auctions, the auction house to the stars. No Sabbath stuff, which again, I would... love to buy some Black Sabbath stuff in auction. I would prefer to have one of those guys.
Ozzy moved out?
Yeah, but he did end the affair, from what I hear.
Oh, so he's coming back.
And I don't know if they're going to get back. Sharon may have had enough.
They're
getting back together.
Really?
I think he wants to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so hard. in that condition, when you're that, he needs a lot of care.
Not as much as you think.
Really?
No. He stutters, and
the perception they give is that he's like a bumbling.
Oh, he knows nothing. Yeah, but it's not true. When you really? Talk to him, he does stutter and he's dyslexic. So a lot of times he'll be like, and you're like, oh, this guy's lost. But you talk to him, he's like, oh, you're going, no,
he's
not
totally
at all.
there.
100%.
He's way with it.
And who was the affair with? Like
they said it was with his hairdresser. I've never seen her other than like one or two photos.
Yeah, I mean that's just natural.
He cut off that relationship. He wants to get back with Sharon. Sharon's like, I'm not sure. She's going to take her time. But then someone said, but it's all bullshit paper crap, that maybe Sharon even did this on purpose to, pump up the Black Sabbath tour that's going to happen.
I don't know.
Wow, that's a lot for Sharon. That's a lot of...
To embarrass the family that way?
Yeah, that's a lot. Unless
There's
they're
no
all
fucking
like...
way. I was kind of like, it was ridiculous to even read that in the paper today.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley's fucking underwear. There you go.
Whoa, that's
of course, he wore
weird.
those big, awful tight
Yeah, those,
whiteies.
like, dad briefs.
He didn't care. I'm the king.
Yeah. He's perpetually in a state of coming down to tell you that you and your friends have to be quiet or they're going home.
Oh, Elvis is written on the inside of it, too. Did Mommy write
like
that
he's
for
going to
him?
sleepaway camp.
Did his mom write that shit? God. And then his old, that's an old school, obviously, hair dryer. His traveling hair dryers for sale. $1,800 to $2,000.
Wow.
So.
God, this book is, this auction is going to make quite a pretty penny.
Holy shit. One of Elvis's fucking pistols. Handguns.
Oh, wow.
A couple handguns.
Elvis had a ton of guns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signed Let It Be album would be very cool.
That would
All
be
four of them signed it. That's what you want, 60 to 80 grand. But that's something that's, if you have the kind of money to do this, it's worth it.
I always wonder, like, memorabilia is such a weird thing to spend your... If you had enough money where you could just like buy stuff, but memorabilia is such a weird thing because it's so subjective. Like no one. Some people may be like, yeah, it's not worth anything. I hate the Beatles.
Sure.
Yeah, but then there'll be plenty of people. They walk in your place and you got to Let It Be album signed by all four.
I think it's
guys.
good karma to have Beatles art in your house.
Right.
I've had Beatles art in my house for like at least like one or two things that have all four of them on it.
The owner of the Cults has a giant Beatles collection that he buys at auction. He buys Ringo's drums. He buys guitars.
Oh, he loves them, huh?
He buys everything. But he's the kind of guy that he's got millions and millions of dollars, and that's what he wants to do.
But he's also a guy that probably has a lot more room than I do or you do.
Yeah, he's got.
I would assume so. Yeah.
You said probably to that?
Oh, yeah.
I also,
What's his name? Jim Irsay?
Yeah.
But can you imagine you scrounge up some money and you're like, I'm going to go for one of these things. And then he walks into the fucking room.
Fuck.
You're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, I got my money saved. They said it's going to go for $1,500, but I'm hopeful I got $1,300. And then the fucking Colts owner walks in. Like, give me the lot.
Oh, shit. Oh, nerds.
I mean, he spent $2.2 million on Ringo's drums.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of cool to have the money, though. And was he playing one of those guitars?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I guess so. Right.
He looks so dorky. It's like Jay Leno in all denim.
Oh, there's pictures online of his collection. Pretty impressive.
he wants to like put on a party and have famous musicians play all of these instruments.
This is like that rich. That's a big old rich thing to do. Like the Dolan, Jim Dolan does that. It's like I'm gonna be in a band, and then they pay billions of dollars for someone to teach them how to play. They form like a blues band, and then they're like, "This is my one true passion."
Yeah, it's awful. But if you have some people coming over to play at your house, big celebrity musicians who will probably be honored to play on Ringo's old drum set or use one of Harrison's guitar, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
I guess they're not going to ruin it by playing it.
I guess so.
Now, this is cool. Elvis Presley's sunglasses. Personalized.
Oh, that is
now,
cool.
that's
6 to 800, right?
That's pretty cool. 16 to 18. Did he wear them? Or is it...
Yeah.
I heard there's like in the back of that book, there's like a free trade backgammon set that Coldplay used.
Yes.
That's very clever, my friend. That's very clever. Hendrix stuff.
What do they get for Hendrix?
His guitar.
They said
leather
1400
jacket.
Upside down.
Is that how he did it?
Yeah, he played
McCartney did that.
He played a righty guitar strung upside down.
Hendrix enjoying some titties back in the day, a photograph.
I wouldn't go for that. If you like pornography in your home, but I don't.
He's very enjoying the
Johnny Cash stuff.
The white breasts.
Is that shirt is Earl Haley? Who is that?
That's Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash?
He's handsome, right?
Yeah. No. I knew who it looked like. I mean,
what? What were we looking at?
Two more that way.
Oh.
Yeah. Whose flannel shirt is that?
Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Plaid wool shirt. It's amazing. I can't read a pill bottle in front of me, but I can read this from across the room.
I can't see what's going on over there, but I can't believe Elvis wore plaid like that.
Elvis Presley.
That was like, that was like when he was like beach
Beachy Elvis, yeah.
Beachy Elvis.
That's when he was fucking fingering. Who was her name? Gigi?
Gigi.
Gigi goes to the beach. Those stupid beach movies.
Do you know Elvis's like granddaughter or great granddaughter is on that is on the Girlfriend Experience on Showtime?
No, what is that? A show?
It's a show about a prostitute. And it's Elvis's granddaughter.
Oh, really?
As the lead. And she's like really good.
Is she hot?
Yeah.
GFE.
I would imagine she would be.
Well, yeah.
Let's take a look at her.
That's a kiss.
Here, Kurt Cobain's final studio-used microphone.
That I think about. Yeah.
That's 8 to 10,000.
Yep.
It's all taped up, duct tape all over it. But then how do you... I mean, you get a letter with this, obviously. But
you got.
How do you know,
right?
right?
How do you know?
Yeah.
But you could fake that shit. Grab a microphone and fake up a letter and save yourself a shitload of money.
Well, I like a letter of authenticity
too,
to go with mine. You know it's bullshit if it's signed in a blue marker. Hey, look, I didn't know Babe Ruth had a blue marker. He did, stupid.
A blue Sharpie?
A blue Sharpie. Yeah, blue Sharpie. What the fuck are you guys doing?
With a sticker of certificate of authenticity, so that's how you know Babe Ruth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had those. If it's signed in a light pen on a baseball and it's kind of hard to read, it might be his, because that's what they used back then.
Yeah. I wonder what was like the Bic pen of back in the day. They weren't like dipping shit in quills, were they?
No, not if Ben Franklin signed it, maybe, but it's fucking if Babe Ruth signed it, probably just a regular pen.
Yeah,
or pencil even. There's a lot of autographs in pencil.
Yeah.
Right. Give me that. Guys get a fucking nub pencil for like box scores and shit.
They like sharpen it on their cleat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit for sale. Anyway.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, like that might be real. That looks real.
That one, not so much. That looks like a crayon.
That looks fake to me, but the R's. See, like the R's are not.
That's a great R. He had a great R.
Yeah,
Babe Ruth with that signature.
Ran pretty well for a fat man. UFC Cobb.
Yeah.
See, that I would love, like a Babe Ruth signed baseball.
My
Supposedly,
autograph.
if there's other people, on it,
it goes less.
Even if it's like Lou Gehrig, wasn't Steiner telling us that recently?
I don't know if Lou Gehrig makes it go less. Anyone from Murderers Row.
I think a guy called and said it was 3 crazy names on this one ball, and he goes, it's actually less money because people really want a Babe Ruth just by itself. And I think it was Babe, Lou Gehrig, and somebody else from that era, all on one.
I have the worst autograph. My autograph, when I sign people's stuff, it looks like it looks like someone with like Down syndrome was in an earthquake. It's just so
on the
bad.
sloppy side.
It's just so bad. I had to start like printing it out.
Is it at least consistent? Everyone is bad in the same exact way?
It looks like I'm signing with my finger on a digital pad to get my coffee.
Oh no.
Yeah, these Babe Ruth, the balls are all over the place. He signed a lot of them, huh?
Yeah, they said he didn't sign on the sweet spot. I don't know where that is.
On a baseball?
I guess there is a
between the
sweet
two seams?
What do you mean that?
Is that the sweet spot?
I would.
No, that
assume,
wouldn't be
right?
that wouldn't be the sweet spot. That sweet spot would be the big open area.
I don't know. Where is it, Travis?
I would assume it's between the two stitches.
Hold on 1 second.
But
we have to talk to our workers a certain way. Look it up, Paul.
but it also could be. There's 2 different sweet spots. The sweet spot on the ball where you hit it to get maximum.
That's true.
I would assume
or
that's
the
away
sweet
from
spot
the
for
laces.
where to sign an autograph.
Yeah, or the clit.
Or the clit.
Or the ball's clit.
I threw a mean curve because I was always focused on the ball's clit.
Hey, people are panicking. I guess there are pre-sales, Jimmy, but they don't know what the password is.
Oh, no one told me. Hold on, let me check. I probably should have.
Terry in Atlanta, like, there's exclamation points, so that's never good. Let me go to Terry really fast. We got Adam Pally in studio. Terry, go ahead.
Good morning.
What?
Good morning.
I've been waiting by the clock, and I'm one of the fools that actually saw Jimmy at the Holiday Inn in Clinton, New Jersey. And now I've moved to Atlanta, and I was so excited when I saw it on the list, and then no pre-sale code.
Hold on. Is there a code that goes with it?
Jimmy's looking it up, so let's see if we get the answer fast here for you.
Where in Atlanta do you live?
God, $10 to see Jim Norton was the most amazing show I've ever been to.
Thank you very much.
Where in Atlanta do you live?
I live in Alpharetta, so north of the city.
I know it.
It's a lovely area. Hey, it's one of those things. I lived in Jersey for 30 years. I moved to Atlanta, and people in this area actually moved here because they want to move here.
Right.
And so it's really nice.
Yeah, it's green, lush.
Yeah, I hear nothing but great things about Atlanta.
Atlanta's good. Atlanta's good.
A lot of people moving down that way.
I've like shot everything in Atlanta for the past year. I've spent so much time there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the movie capital of it's the new movie capital.
Yes, it is.
Everybody's moving here. Bill Murray's moving here. Who else is moving here?
Bill Murray's moving there just so he can officiate random weddings.
Does he do that?
Yeah,
Yes,
he like shows up at people's weddings.
He just shows up at the strangest places.
Yeah.
You don't have a password?
Nah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, but I guess
it was all very last minute to get it on sale.
I'm sure if Jimmy gets a password or whatever,
I'll tweet it out or put it on my
tweet it out.
Facebook.
So Jim Norton on Twitter.
Right.
But it won't sell out on the pre-sale, dude. Where are you, Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta, yes.
Yeah,
and that theater where you're going is fucking awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to the ATL. I like to say that.
Nice.
See you down there,
rolls
buddy.
off the tongue.
All right.
It really does.
Jimmy's adding a lot of cities. Go to JimNorton.com.
I got Fargo. I got Atlanta. Go to Ticketmaster and just check Fargo, Atlanta. I finally got Edmond, Oklahoma. Going down to Orlando. Whole shitload of places, man. Columbus, Ohio.
On the road.
All right. Hey, there is one other thing before. What do you got there?
Good time for a kiss, Rock?
Podcast shit.
Podcast.
Asians don't like Patrice O'Neal. Yes, we were talking about this and we threw it up on the podcast. Patrice has issues with his dry cleaner, the place he orders Chinese food from, and the guy who cleans his fish tank. This was beyond hilarious. Yes, you're right.
It was over multiple days.
Yeah.
That we. It was. God damn it! It was over multiple days that we mixed the whole thing together.
Yeah,
so
it's a great listen. It's the Opie Radio podcast on iTunes, also available on Google Play.
Yeah,
subscribe and review. But it's Patrice O'Neal talking about Asians not liking him.
The greatest.
And the other thing.
The greatest.
Also, Weird Medicines Saturday at 10.
Yep.
Dr. Steve and his crew mourn the passing of one of their show staff, GVAC.
Yeah.
What happened?
He suddenly died.
No. Was he an on-air guy or?
Yeah,
he's on a lot.
He was on that. He did Steve's best ofs and everything like that. Yeah, so he just passed away
suddenly,
last
huh? Jesus,
unexpected. He was a good dude.
I didn't hear that.
So make sure you check that out. I want to play one video clip before we leave of the sportscaster.
Okay.
Local sportscast. Did you see this yet?
No, but I'm excited.
He was not having it with the anchor. One of my favorite things is looking at these local news clips.
Oh, they're the great. Local news clips are the greatest.
I love them.
I only like when they get along, though, and they're fun.
You like for the harmony.
Sprain.
This one, they've worked together forever. And then he was just not having it because she piped in, right? Paul, she did a little piping in, and he was like, "Really?
When is this from?
Piping in.
It's a bit old.
3 days ago.
3 days. Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, here, let's push play on this.
Hunter Pence is the National League Player of the Week, and the Giants end up with a 9-6 win. We should tell you, LeBron James is going to star in Space Jam.
Oh, shit.
Well, we actually. Oh, you mad because I already read that? I'm sorry.
How's Steph Curry's knee?
He's nursing it, and it's getting better.
Mm-hmm. How long have we been friends? 23 years.
I didn't know you were going to do it.
Have you ever, and I'm going to say this with a smile, ever heard me say right before you came on, there's an irrigation problem in Joel?
You have to talk to Cassim.
You ever heard me say, oh, it's warm weather today? Never. I stay in my lane. And it's just to a friend to do that.
You got to talk to Cassim.
I like Cassim, so don't try and pit me against the producer.
Well,
Cassim.
oh my God! That lovely script.
And and it's hard for me to get mad. Catherine has stayed at my mother's home. Oof. She's written my mother notes and stolen my material. So how do I get mad? Anyway,
she wrote a note to her mother. Your son's a cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what material did she steal?
I guess as a segue, she did the LeBron James and Space Jam story. And then it's like, and now with more sports, I don't even know his fucking name. And he was not having it.
He lost it.
Wow, that's really a little.
He is not happy.
Yeah.
And she's rolling her eyes. He's looking off to the right. Like, fuck you,
and
twat.
He clearly has 2 sets of melanoma.
You see that? You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, I think her doing the Space Jam is the least of your problems right now.
Actually, that might have saved your life. Because Skin Doctor probably called immediately. Yeah. They've never seen that angle of his face. You might want to get that checked out.
And she's wearing one of Elvis's fucking auction shirts.
The plaid
all open.
Continue.
Anyway, how is Curry's knee?
Improving.
Okay, well.
Hey, LeBron was very good in Trainwreck, so this will be fun. Okay, I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And Michael Jordan starred in Space Jam, as you earlier reported.
I'm sorry.
All right. Darn it. Hard to be mad at Catherine, though. She's a good friend of my mom's, and there's going to come a time when you have to choose between the love of your mother and your mother's friends and the honor and dignity of Kron. We may have reached that level.
Please.
Okay, let's do the story again then. In the last 2 minutes, Curry is still about the same, all right? He's got a sprained knee.
The dignity.
All right, what's that really about?
Kron is the station.
The dignity and honor of Kron. Because it sounds like it's a Scientologist argument, if you don't know. If you don't know.
She wrote my mother's note. She's been decroned. Oh, all right. Sorry.
God.
I think this guy's not happy that she's friends with Mother.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I would love to know the backstory on that one. But it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal.
The backstory to me seems like he's like a kid. Obviously, he's like still lives with his mom. And the mom was like, why don't you invite your new coworker over for lunch? And he's like, Mom, I don't want to. And then he does. And the mom is just consistently like, Angela's terrific. And it like boils his blood and boils his blood. And he, like in his room, he's like, why not me, Mom? I'm terrific too, Mom. And then this shit happens and he loses it.
Well, a guy's on the line saying this guy's joking. He's on the radio here every day. No way he's serious. I don't know. He looks pretty pissed off.
Looks serious.
Yeah, he looks pretty pissed off when you look at him.
And also, Mother probably kept saying like, "Oh, why didn't you see? I told him not to go into sports. There was no future in it. You're the anchor. You're the boss."
Yeah. Well, he won't mind. All he does is stats.
Yeah, that didn't look like they were kidding. I understand a viral video but that looked like legitimately being annoyed.
Yeah, and she was like, "This is clearly an argument we've had before off camera, and now it's happening on camera."
Don't pit me against the producer. That's
they've had this before.
And she apologized, and he was still like, yeah, whatever, go fuck yourself. All right, I think we did it. We had a crazy fucking show. My God, if you're just tuning in, make sure you listen to the replay. Michael Madsen.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
Hung out for an hour and a half. Then Cheech Marin came in, and they knew each other. And then Adam Pally fucking brought us home, man. What a great show. Adam, what are we promoting? Making History
Making
later
History
this year?
on Fox. Search Party's out right now. Yep. And I'm just hanging out with you guys.
Nice. And Adam Pally on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Pally.
That's right.
And Jimmy's got tickets on sale now, a little pre-sale action.
I think so. I don't know the passcode. I will tweet it if I find out. I'm just happy that they're getting up there, and hopefully there'll be links to on my website by tomorrow for the actual on sales. And a whole shitload of like 15 extra cities. Minneapolis, like I said, whatever. Next Thursday, LA. Next Friday, Vegas, and Pittsburgh, I'm coming to. Oh, they're right here. Why wouldn't I look at this? On sale tomorrow. Friday will be, and at Saturday, Salt Lake City, Orlando, Fargo, Minneapolis, Columbus, just a whole bunch of dates. But I'm babbling. Just
awesome.
Check it out. And DC eventually.
All right. We're going to take a couple days. We'll see you guys soon.
I'll see you in about 10 days.
10 days for Jimmy. I'm doing a couple next week at least. And whatever. Just fucking tune in and there'll be something to listen to on this stupid channel if we're not here. It can't be dead air, so our voices will be heard. Maybe older shit.
The most psyched end to a show ever.
I'm looking forward just a couple days to just relax. We'll see you guys soon. How about that? Adam, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you too soon as well. Bye.